From Stone Park at Dedham High School, it's the 70th meeting between Norwood and Dedham. Hello, everybody. I'm John Horrigan, joined by Peter McGowan and Lawrence Nobile. Well, guys, it's a fabulous Thanksgiving morning, and this is the 70th meeting. Norwood has a 34-33 advantage with two ties thrown in there, Pete. So if Dedham wins today, the series is tied at 34-2.
All tied up at 91, and then it's on from there.
Dedham comes into this game as a 5-point favorite, having won the last 4 contests. Do you see them as a favorite as well today?
Oh, I sure do. Norwood came in with only 1 victory, I believe. And, you know, Dedham, I think, was lost a few games by only a touchdown or 3 points or what have you. But, you know, Dedham's defense and Justin Bork, you can't say enough about it. I think they're going to run all over Norwood today.
Norwood comes into the game at 2-7, coached by Joe Smith in his 2nd season. Dedham comes in at 4-5, coached by Bob Lynch in his 10th season. 2 of the players to watch. First for Dedham is Justin Bork, their fullback. He's rushed for over 1,500 yards this year, including 3 200-yard games.
Incredible, John. He's a junior. He's coming back. How many times are we going to say it? But, you know, right down there, I don't have the stats right away, but no excuses. He's up there in the Eastern Mass top scoring.
Yep, number 4 in Division II scoring. Now, on the other side of the ledger, the Norwood Mustangs, they have quarterback A.J. Grant. He's thrown for 9 touchdown passes this year, and we may see him air it out at least 30 times today.
Well, the secondary for Dedham has also, you know, been right up to par with the, rest of the defense. They, you know, hopefully will be able to, you know, cover their zones, because Dedham does play a zone defense in the secondary. And, you know, with the line of scrimmage that Dedham possesses, defensive line of scrimmage that Dedham possesses, they'll be able to get to him, hopefully, and, you know, shut him down and shut down the passing game and take it from there.
One of A.J. Grant's primary targets today will be Aaron Watkins, who's rushed for over 700 yards, and he has over 300 receiving yards with 7 touchdowns. So 1,000 yards combined. He can both catch the ball and run with it.
Well, that's, you know, when I said it was a zone defense, that's what they usually play, but maybe Coach Lynch has thrown in a new something or other back there, a new defense back there to double cover this kid or what have you. But, you know, hopefully the line will be able to get to the quarterback before he can, you know, see an opening back there.
Okay, it should be an exciting contest, and why don't we turn to now the final volunteer, as it is at Continental Cable Division of Dedham, Larry Nobile. Larry, I guess you're still volunteering out at Dedham, and that's of your own volition.
Oh, that's right, John. I'm doing the best I can to try and maintain a base of volunteers at Dedham, although I'm the only one. But we're going to work on that and try and get some more volunteers from the town of Dedham, and hopefully things will be back to the way they were, although I can hardly think that the town of Dedham will have the personality that Mark and Eric brought to this.
Okay, but you're still a scab. Now get out of here. So, we'll be back with the opening kickoff right after this. Stay with us as you're watching the BSL on
ABT.
It's wall-fed camera and stereo. $1 million final. I said final. Liquidation sale. That's right. 20 to 68% off regular prices on the best brands of stereo and video components. Hurry, sale ends Saturday, March 16th. Take Route 128 to Route 20. Yes, you. Follow Main Street to Moody Street. Sale under management of Audio Video Liquidators. Additional merchandise brought in for sale.
The BSL on ABT. Peter McGowan along with Damone Nobile, our weatherman. Damone, how does it feel to be the brother of a scab?
Well, let me tell you, Peter, the relative humidity is around 50%. The winds are from the south, and it should be a fantastic game. Fantastic game and fantastic weather. Nice cool temperatures, light winds. No problems with the weather on this side, Peter.
Not at all. Hello. Yeah, well, it's a beautiful day, and no mention of the brother of a scab, huh?
Well, I have a few scabs on my elbows, but that's about it. That's all I know about scabs.
Oh, okay. All right, well, there's the weather report. Damone Nobile, Peter McGowan for the BSL on ABT, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
finally this morning we're going to our affiliate WBZ-TV in Boston to meet public access celebrities Mark Gallagher and Eric Bickernicks. Good morning, guys.
How you doing? Katie, welcome to the big time.
Hey, thanks.
We should probably say that we'd like to thank Brian Gumbel for taking the day off and giving us a ride over to the studios here.
Wasn't that nice of Brian? He's a swell guy, isn't he?
He's a heck of a guy.
Anyway, listen, tell me the name of your show.
There's a bunch. The really relentless, irrelevant, and redundant program show? That one?
Yeah,
that one there?
That one.
It must be it.
That's it.
Chewing gum for the eyes.
Uh-huh.
It is, Katie.
Sounds fascinating. Now, you guys basically pull off all sorts of stunts and get into some major trouble. What kind of things have you done?
Well, let's see. Eric, you want to...
What have we done? Well, yeah, all different people. The Relentless show has started. Initially, it was a non-fiction show. Basically, it's changed that to fiction, and now it's gone into fantasy.
Well, one of the episodes we did, we went to the Dedham District Court, where we were going to re-examine the case of Sacco and Vanzetti, or discover the ghosts of, but we end up stumbling into a friend, Lawrence Nobile, with John Horrigan, harassing this effeminate clerk who disguises himself as a Supreme Court judge to get this person, Lawrence Nobile, off for ripping a tag off a mattress.
Mattress, yes.
It's very intense, isn't it, Katie?
Well, gosh,
we came?
Gosh, you know, it sounds fascinating, you guys. But listen, I know you're doing a good job. You're real popular in the Boston area. But let's ask Granny if she has any advice for you guys, ways that you might even improve your rating. Do your own thing. Listen, Mark and Eric, Joe Winston, and Sarah Evans, thank you all, and happy broadcasting.
Katie, thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks very much.
And we're back in a moment with more on Today after this.
ABT, in conjunction with Cablevision of Norwood and Westwood, presents the 70th meeting between Norwood and Dedham. Hello, everybody. I'm John Horrigan, joined by Peter McGowan. And Pete, 34-33-2 is the record in favor of Norwood, and if Dedham has a victory here today, they can tie the series up in their 70th meeting.
Well, yeah, they can make it even that way, John. They can also even their season record at a 500 clip. So, you know, we're looking to really get them today. Nice day for a game.
Out on the field, the quad captains for the Marauders, left to right. Number 44, Jay Mamoni. Number 22, Eric Dempsey. Number 67, Steve Petruzzelli. And number 55, Bob Carroll. Out there for Norwood, number 21, Mike Terlack. Number 51, John Groh. And number 75, Mike Riley. The Dedham Marauders, coached by Bob Lynch in his 10th season. Their offensive coordinator is Bernie Fleming. The defensive coordinator is Jim McPhillips. The assistant coaches are Jack Ty and Randy Nicolo. The freshman coaches are Joe Fitzgerald and Rick Slattery. The managers, Steve White and Eddie Davis. The trainers, Michelle McCarthy and Dave Kavalowski. Band director, Joe Brogan. Cheerleader coach, Chris McElhaney. And the team physician is Dr. Michael Corbett. The athletic director of Dedham High is Jake Santamaria. The Norwood staff, the head coach is Joe Smith in his second season. His defensive coordinator is Paul Dyer. The line coach is Joe Mooney. The quarterback coach is Gary Procaccini. The assistant JV coaches are Dave Kelly and Tim Drummy. So Norwood will receive on this beautiful day. Pete, I was down on the field, a little slippery today.
Well, the field's in good shape. It is a little slippery. They kind of moist out there.
To be awarded annually.
Last game for a lot of the seniors here, all the seniors, John.
The trophy will be presented at the conclusion of the
Got a
game.
good comeback.
Will be on the display at the winner's
Good bunch of juniors coming back for the Marauders, though.
in memory of two
Among them, Justin Bork, and the juniors returning for Norwood, their quarterback, A.J. Grant, and their big back, Aaron Watkins.
Sal Tody Memorial Trophy.
Right now on the public address, Don Parr
Would you please join us
is
in a
announcing
moment of silence as
the
we
Frank
remember
Wall
Mr. Frank Wall.
and Sal Tody Trophy.
Thank you.
Frank Wall, Pete.
At this time,
Revered
we
reporter for years attended this game.
Also, Sal Tody, he was with the Dynamos in the Dedham system for a long time. Could have heard a pin drop on that moment of silence.
Right now, Sarah Lapsley, a sophomore at Dedham High, will sing the national anthem.
They
Ain't that America? Sarah Lapsley, a sophomore at Dedham High. And if that is indicative of the play we'll see today, be wearing for dandy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
We pledged our allegiance to it when we were young.
The flag was still there.
We studied its importance when we were in our teens.
He saw the flag.
We sing its praises at every sporting event. We display it when we celebrate.
Present.
Lower it when we mourn.
Our flag is presented on behalf of a grateful nation.
And honor our heroes with it when they've fallen. The flag of the United States of America. It stands for what we are and what we believe in. How we treat it says a lot about us.
Certainly are. Great job. And she's going to be back as well.
We have a couple announcements. We'd like to
So,
please support
Norwood last year at 6-4. This is Joe Smith's second year. He was quoted at the beginning of the year as saying, I think we have two of the best skilled players in the league in Grant and Watkins. We have three big linemen that make a good nucleus, but we have no depth. We have a good starting front 11. Dedham last year, they were 7-4, and Bob Lynch's record coming into this season was 47-42-3. He said tradition helps in a close game. With two evenly matched teams, it's worth a few points because the kids are coming in expecting to win, and they have that attitude. So kicking off for the Mustangs. Actually, the Mustangs will be receiving. Kicking off for the Dedham Marauders will be Ken Papetti. Deep for the Mustangs, number 10, Aaron Watkins, and flanked to his left is number 25, senior Joe King. Wind gusting up to about 5 miles per hour. Dedham kicking into that light breeze. And we're underway in the 70th matchup. It's a squib kick fielded at the 21 by Eric DeShiro, a sophomore. He gets out to the 31, and that's where Norwood will begin their first offensive possession. Starting offensively for the Mustangs, the center is Jeff Davis. The right guard is Captain Michael Riley. The left guard, Michael Mahoney. The right tackle, Michael Holliday. The left tackle, Patrick Whittemore. The tight end, Matt McGee. The quarterback, A.J. Grant. The tailback, Aaron Watkins. The fullback, Mike Terrelack. The flanker, Michael Hark. And the wide receiver is Brian Chisholm. 1st and 10 now for the Norwood Mustangs. From their 31, they come out with a power I formation. Play action fake by A.J. Grant. Has the time, steps up and throws out for Watkins. Incomplete. It went right through his hands. He took a hit from Steve Caulfield after the ball was thrown. Defensively for the Dedham Marauders, the nose guard is Brendan Coonahan. The left defensive tackle is Steve Petrozelli. The right defensive tackle is Brandon Weber. The right defensive end is Steve Caulfield. The left defensive end is Gary Jordan. The linebackers are Bob Carroll and Adam Baker. The right cornerback is Eric Dempsey. The left cornerback, Ken Papetti. The strong safety, Bruce Trundley. And the free safety is Armando Petruzziello. It'll be 2nd and 10. Air Grant loves to throw the ball. He's 0 for 1 so far. This is Aaron Watkins. He had 754 yards rushing this season. He gets out to the 39 and picks up about 7 on the play.
tripped up by Coonahan.
Good carry on the play there, John. Coonahan on the stop. They're close to first down territory. It's going to be about 3 yards to make the first. 3rd down.
Third and 3 for the Mustangs. They haven't won in 4 years here. Now they move in the backfield. Cahill Riley. The give is to Aaron Watkins. He gets across the 45 out to the 46 for the first down.
Tackle made by Gary Jordan.
First down carry.
First down.
6-yard pickup on the play. Jordan on the stop.
So the ball sits at the 46. Dedham having 3 returning starters on defense and 3 on offense this season. The Mustangs have 6 returning starters on offense alone. So this is an experienced team. They've been together for 2 years. Grant now with a short drop. Throwing long down the field. The pass is complete to Chisholm. And he is brought down by Papetti down at the 16-yard line. First down for Norwood.
He had a lot of time to pass back there, and he was open for a while back in the secondary. A good-sized pickup on the play gives Norwood 1st and 10, deep in Dedham's territory.
A 44-yard pass play from A.J. Grant to Mike Chisholm. That is the second first down for the Mustangs. They came into this game as a 5-point underdog. Right now they are deep in Dedham's territory at the 17. In motion is Hark. This is Watkins sweeping to the left side. And he goes in for the touchdown. Aaron Watkins goes in from 17 yards out. And with 10:09 to play in the first quarter, Dedham is trailing by 6.
Well, a quick strike. He started out running right, did Watkins. Then he saw the opening to the left side, moved it to the left, and just ran it in. 17 yards out. John, you can see Grant has passed for over 1,500 yards this year, and there's tack on 40 for the big gainer, and then the touchdown with 10:09 to go. 6-0 Mustangs.
Oh, that scoring drive. It took 5 plays, and they went 69 yards in just under 2 minutes. So on to kick the extra point is Jason Nutting. A.J. Grant will hold. His kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:09 to play in the first quarter, Norwood has a quick 7-0 lead.
Well, didn't take too much time off the clock there, and they just put 7 points on the board. A long connection from Watkins to...
So Norwood will kick off. I tell you, the Mustangs, they moved that ball faster than Mark Gallagher cleaned out his desk from the Continental offices in Dedham on Monday.
Yeah, that was real quick, John. It's
5 plays right down the field. So kicking off for the Mustangs will be Michael Pender, deep for the Marauders, 36 Trunley, flanked to his left, 24 Bork, and 22 Eric Dempsey. It's an onside kick, and it's an ugly one. It's got to go 10 yards, and they're going to have to re-kick it, Pete. It only went 8.
Well, guess again, because Dedham will take over with good field position right at Norwood's 47-yard line. So an onside kick failed. Didn't go far enough. 1st and 10 in Norwood territory.
So they decide, yeah, they'll take it. 1st and 10 for the Marauders now. Their quarterback is Armando Petruzziello. We'll be going over the starting lineups momentarily. Dedham trailing 7-0 here in the first quarter of the 70th meeting between these two teams. The first carry, who else? Justin Bork, straight down the field, across the 20, the 10, touchdown. Justin Bork on the first play from scrimmage goes 47 yards, 7-6.
Justin Bork didn't take too long for we see Big Justin down there, fourth rusher in Division II with 15 touchdowns this year. Another big carry. Justin Bork wasn't even touched down there. John Good blocking on the line of scrimmage to free up Justin, and a big gainer. Dedham comes right back into it.
Justin Bork with his 16th touchdown of the season. That gives him 100 points on the year. He came into this game as the 4th leading scorer in Division II. Ken Papetti is on to try the extra point for Dedham. Armando Petruzziello will hold. First play from scrimmage. Dedham had the ball for 8 seconds on that drive.
Justin Bork has already set a school record for Dedham, and he's just adding more. John, and Bork coming back next year. Next year should be an even bigger year for Justin, John. There are 4 of the 5 starting offensive linemen are going to be returning as well. Carroll, McDougal, Coonahan, and Weaver. So he's going to have the men in front of him again next year. So he's just going to be adding on to that record of his.
So Dedham, they're talking it over with Bernie Fleming and Bob Lynch. I think they're opting for 2 points here.
Could be. Could very well be. With just about 10 minutes left in the first quarter, it couldn't hurt. I mean, you got the biggest back in the league, the highest rusher in the league, and, you know, we'll see what they're going to do. I think they're going to be going for it here, John. Well, maybe not. There's the kicker, Papetti. So I guess not.
So Petruzziello will hold for the right-footed kicker. 7-6 the score with 10:01 to play in the first quarter. Papetti's kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:01 to play in the opening quarter, we're tied at 7.
Well, it didn't take but 8 seconds for the Marauders to get on the scoreboard and tie up the game. They shall be kicking off here at Stone Park. Justin Bork, a big run. John, he kind of tripped, he kind of stutter-stepped, almost looked like he was going to be tripped, but he kept his weight evenly balanced and kept his balance and moved it on in from 47 yards out. Great run by Bork.
So Norwood went 64 yards on 5 plays in their opening possession. Dedham goes 47 on 1 play. What a run by Bork. We've seen him do that on countless occasions this season.
Incredible. Norwood's going to have to stop him, John, and they've had trouble with the run this year. And quoting Bobby Lynch, Bob Lynch says the strength is the running game for the Marauders. You know, with the back like Bork, what else do you want to do?
Joe King is deep for Norwood along with Aaron Watkins. Ken Papetti will kick off. It's a low kick. Watkins will get a chance to carry this one back. Picks it up at his 14. Across the 20, stutter steps his way out to the 24 before he is swarmed over. And Norwood will take over 1st and 10 on their own 25. Good gate today, Pete. Estimated the crowd of 6,000 is expected to attend today's game.
Well, every year it's a big game, and this one's is even bigger, making it, seeing that Dedham can tie up the record, and it starts a whole new slate if the record is tied, 34 and 34 if Dedham wins.
1st and 10 for the Norwood Mustangs. Michael Hark, the flanker, comes wide to the near side. And now they shift Matt McGee in motion. Watkins across the 25. Gets out to about the 28-yard line.
Good defensive play down there by Bobby Carroll, John, to shed his blocker and fill up that hole quickly to bring down Watkins for only a 3-yard gain. 2nd down.
2nd and 7 from the Norwood 28-yard line. Dedham, as we said, their secondary will be tested a great deal in this ball game.
Well, 1,500 yards for Grant this year. You're going to have to watch out for that, John.
They move McGee now to the right side of the offensive line. A short drop by A.J. Grant. Throws Chisholm's way, and it was nearly intercepted by Steve Caulfield of the Marauders, the right defensive end. Chisholm came up with a big 44-yard reception the last time they went that way.
Well, Caulfield's got to watch him and hit him on the line, but he made a nice play to come out and almost cover the receiver for Norwood, and just off of his fingertips, missed the ball. Almost an interception. 3rd and 7.
Norwood is 1 for 1 on 3rd down. They come out with the power I formation from their 28. Straight drop by Grant. Throws intended for Hark. Bruce Trunley was on the coverage for Dedham. That'll bring up 4th down.
Trunley as well as Caulfield out there on the receiver. I think it was thrown out of bounds purposely, John, because there was too many red shirts in the area of the receiver. Brings up 4th down. Punting situation for the Mustangs.
A.J. Grant is the punter for Norwood, so he can throw out of that formation. So they opt to go for it on 4th down. Now they're going to drop back at a punt formation. And dropping back is Armando Petruzziello for the Marauders, who stands back at his own 40. It's a good punt by Grant. Petruzziello drops the ball at the 44 before he is met there. A 28-yard punt. by A.J. Grant.
So Dedham will start out with good field position once again, right at their own 44-yard line. 8:59 left to go here in the first quarter. Good defensive stint by the Marauders on the last series of downs.
1st and 10 for the Marauders. They scored on their only play from scrimmage last time they had the ball. From the 44-yard line, the lone setback is Justin Bork, who gets the call. Across the 50 again, the 40, the 30. See you later. Justin Bork, 2 carries, 2 touchdowns. He goes 56 yards. Oh my!
Incredible off the left side that time. Just find a hole for Justin Bork. He'll fill it and finish it for you all the way down to the end zone. Incredible, John. A big run, 56 yards on the carry. So Bork with 2 big runs today. He's just adding on to that incredible total of his. Another score for the Marauders.
Dedham's had the ball only 2 plays from scrimmage. They've had the ball for a total of 18 seconds. Justin Bork is over 100 yards rushing on his first 2 carries. Papetti's kick is up, and it is good. So, with 8:49 to play in the opening quarter, Dedham leads 14-7. Huh.
Well, there's that line, that blocking line of scrimmage to open up holes for Bork. Over on the left side there, Johnny just had to find that hole and run right into it. Incredible.
Pete, Jay Mamoni, one of the blocking backs this year, and Adam Baker, who filled in when Jay was injured, never gets the credit, but he had 2 vicious blocks on those plays.
He's been opening up things for Bork all year. Bork was quoted as saying that, you know, if it weren't for him, he might not have as many yards as he does have. Jay Mamoni doing a good job at the blocking back this year, and we here at ABT want to recognize him.
Well, Pete, you know, I've tried to go over the Dedham offensive starters and Norwood defensive starters. I haven't had an opportunity yet. 2 plays from scrimmage. Justin Bork with 103 yards rushing already, 2 touchdowns. Runs of 47 and 56 yards. Dedham leading 14-7. He is on his way to, well, he's broken the school record, but on his way to going to 2,000 yards easily. He's looking at 2,500, Pete. Maybe even 3,000 next year.
Well, if he doesn't skip the draft and go to college.
All right, low kick, fielded by Eric DeShiro. Once again, DeShiro gets free across the 30, out to the 34.
Okay, there was a good tackle on the play by McDougal on the special teams down here. Gives the Mustangs 1st and 10 on the 35, on their own 35-yard line. Okay.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. The ball sits at the 35-yard line. They come out with a power I formation. A.J. Grant is the quarterback. Wide to the near side is Chisholm. Wide to the far side is Hark. Play action fake by Grant. Dumps it out. Complete to Matt McGee, and he fumbles the ball.
Incomplete? No.
They're going to call it a reception. Well, I guess they say he had possession of the ball. It's a gain of 9 yards.
Well, a good stick on the play down there to free up the ball, but it went out of bounds after he dropped it, and they did rule it a reception, a big 9-yard pickup on the play. I see that the Marauders are coming up with the 4 linebackers. Caulfield usually playing defensive end. Now he's back there, John.
2nd and 1. They send McGee, the tight end, in motion to the left side with a power I formation. This is Aaron Watkins. Runs into his own blocking back and loses a yard on the play. Play made by Brandon Weber, the right defensive tackle, who upended him in the Norwood backfield.
Weber made the tackle. I know his grandmother, John. She's a very, very nice lady, quite humorous. But on the play, John, Trunley got in the backfield and kind of forced the situation for Brendan Weber to make the stop. Going to make it 3rd down.
Norwood is 1 for 2 on 3rd down conversions this morning. They have a full house backfield. Watkins again. No. He is stopped again. He is brought down to the line of scrimmage. Carroll was in on the hit. along with a host of defensive players from the Marauders.
A whole bunch of them. Carroll, Petrozelli, he just got stuffed up on that play. It's going to be 4th and 1. They went for it 4th and 7. Well, actually, they didn't. They dropped back to punt, but it's 4th and 1 here at the 43-yard line of Norwood.
Norwood has 2 first downs in the game already. They have the full house backfield, the inverted wishbone. The give to Watkins again. This time he has the first down as he eclipses the 45.
Well, that's quite an accomplishment for this Norwood team. No, they got the first down there right up over middle to Grant. We'll check that to Watkins from Grant. First down carry there. He got it to the Norwood 46-yard line. First down.
Pete, there are 12-minute quarters on Thanksgiving Day. It's a change from the 11-minute quarters that Dedham is used to. Yeah, he was stopped faster than the innovative programming on Channel 3 in Dedham, huh? All right, 1st and 10 now for the Norwood Mustangs.
Can you take this outside?
Watkins lines up slot left. Now comes in motion to the near side. Oh, there's a fumble on the play, and Dedham signaling that they have recovered. So is Norwood. The handoff went on the play to Terrelac, and he lost the ball faster than Mark Gallagher lost his job at the Continental Cablevision.
Woo!
Mike Mahoney.
Well,
Fumble.
Mahoney recovering the fumble. 1st and 10 suddenly becomes 2nd and 10. Here it.
Terrelac, he's about 3'6" out there. He's a little spark plug, but he didn't hold on to the lunchbox that well. Grant rolls out, steps up, he's going to keep it. Bumped across the 50, down to the 41. First down.
A.J. Grant with the keeper.
Grant had a lot of room down there on the left side. Just made a quick stutter step and froze the defender down there and ran it into first down territory. They've got to watch that, do the Marauders. They kind of spread out on the field covering their receivers, which gives Grant, you know, ample time to run the ball. A lot of room down there. First down carry.
They come out with a power eye. 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line. Grant may be checking off here as they send Aaron Watkins slot left. Wide to the near side is Michael Hart. Grant throws for Watkins. He has it across the 15 and upended at about the 12-yard line. There's a loose ball.
They're going to call it down, John, once he hit the ground at the 21. So another first down reception. 20-yard pickup for the Mustangs. The Marauders are going to have to watch that, John. This kid is a great passer. That looked like a timing pass on the play. It was made in a 21-yard pickup.
That is the 5th Mustang first down. They're on the move once again. The ball sits just outside the 20-yard line. Now they send Watkins slot left again. He had 334 yards receiving this year. Grant steps up. Adam Baker and Carroll put him to sleep back at the 25.
Baker in there very quickly along with his buddy Bobby Carroll down there, and he's sacked for a loss on the play. Loss of 5 yards. There's a couple more stars in the helmet. He was sacked harder than Mark down there at Mark Gallagher at Continental Cable.
In on the sack.
Adam Baker credited with the quarterback sack. That'll bring up 2nd down and 15. The ball sits at the 26-yard line. Chisholm comes wide to the right side. Slot left is Michael Hark as they send Watkins slot right. 2nd and 16. Grant throws, and the pass is complete. There's a fumble as McGee loses the ball. Dedham recovers at the 14.
Well, John, if I were the coach, he put his knee down, it looked like to me. And once you put your knee down in high school football, that's the end of the play. But he was able to get back up and run, and then he lost the ball. It was a 6-yard reception, then a fumble, and Dedham recovers. 1st and 10 the other way here with 4:20 left to go in the first quarter. Ball's going to be marked at the 14. Dedham's offense with the ball once again here.
Let me hurry up and go over the offensive lineups before they send Bork on his way, okay? The center is Steve McDougal, the left guard, Brendan Coonahan. The right guard is Bob Carroll, the right tackle, Steve Petrozelli, the left tackle, Brandon Weber, the right end, Steve Caulfield, the left end, Rob Greenwood, the halfback. The wingback is Eric Dempsey, the quarterback, Armando Petruzziello. The fullback, Justin Bork, who has the ball, and the halfback is Jay Mamoni. Well, they stop Bork. He loses one on the play. Defensively for the Mustangs, the nose tackle is Michael Orlowski. The right defensive tackle, Matt McGee. The left defensive tackle is Michael Riley. The right defensive end is Michael Mahoney. The left defensive end is John Groh. The middle linebacker, Michael Reardon. The outside linebackers are Dave Bartuka and also Jason Nutting. The left cornerback, Tom Chamberlain. The right cornerback, Michael Hark. And the free safety, Aaron Watkins. 2nd and 12 now, as they say Bork lost two. Flags everywhere. The officials for today's game, the referee is Bill Linus, the umpire, Lou Pearlstein, the line judge, Jim Shaw, the back judge, Jerry Faust, the field judge, Jerry Quigley, and the clock operator is Edgar Pigeon.
Well, looks like the cheerleaders have new uniforms, John. Boosters Club doing pretty well this year, I guess. It's illegal procedure call against the Marauders. It'll back them up, Afinsky. Make it second down at about 20.
Ball will be snapped from the 7. Pitch out, Justin Bork squirms his way inside across the 10, out to about the 14.
Nowhere to go for Bork. Well strung out defense by the Mustangs. Makes it a 3rd down situation for the Marauders, deep in their own territory. 7-yard pickup on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 15 coming up.
So Bork, with 4 carries today for 108 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is the lone setback. Well, actually, Mamoni's lined up in the backfield as usual. Bork up the middle, spins his way across the 10, out to the 15, well short of the 1st down.
A good pickup and a pretty good call down there on the fullback give, trying to catch these Mustangs off guard. He made a nice gainer on the play to give the punter a little breathing room down here. It's going to be 4th and 8. It's going to be a punting situation. Trunley back there for the Marauders. I kind of cut down Justin Bork's average today, John.
There's a gain of 3 by Bork. Bruce Trunley will punt. Deep is Watkins. He gets off a good kick. Watkins fields it at the 41. And he is hit by Adam Baker, who put a nasty lick on him.
Baker flying down there, John. It's his last game for the Marauders down there, and he's letting his number be known. 44-yard punt by Trunley. He kind of did a few stutter steps down there before he did kick it. You got to be careful of that the flags don't fly, John, leaving a little bit early. You know, you don't want the offensive line leaving a little bit early on such a good punt. Nevertheless, it's 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
A.J. Grant is the quarterback. Wide to the near side is Chisholm. Slot right is Michael Hark, as they have a pro set backfield, and they send Hark in motion. Grant throws for Chisholm and overthrows him. A.J. Grant, 4 for 8 passing so far here in the 1st quarter.
2nd down and 10.
He was wide open. He was just standing there all by his lonesome down there, and the ball was thrown way over his head. Grant put a little bit too much steam on the ball down there. 2nd down.
Hey, he was open longer than the Curtis Compact Store. 2nd and 10 now. Yeah, it's a new one, huh, guys? They come out with a power I formation. Hark is lined up to the far side. And now he comes in motion to the near side. Grant steps up in the pocket. He's going to be sacked. The sack made by Coonahan. That is the 2nd time they've dropped A.J. Grant in his backfield.
Brendan Coonahan.
Coonahan, nice hit on the play, John. Grant didn't have too much time back there to throw. There was surging Dedham defense. Got to him for the sack. Loss of 2. It's going to make it 3rd and 12 here 1:39 left to go in the first quarter.
Mustangs are 2 for 3 on third down conversions. This one will be more difficult for them. They need about 12. 3rd and 12 from the 45. Chisholm lines up as the wide receiver to the near side. Slot right is Michael Hark with a power I formation. Grant likes to take his time up there at the line of scrimmage. Drops back, dumps out the screen to Aaron Watkins. Across midfield, he has the first down, and he's wrapped up at the 40.
Well, a deep drop by Grant with all the Dedham linemen chasing him. And here we have the star of the day. It was good setup screen pass, though, down here. 15-yard pickup on the play. He gets the first down. Gives the Mustang 1st and 10 at Dedham's 40-yard line.
So Norwood is on the move. They turn the ball over deep in Dedham's territory on their last offensive possession. Grant spits a bit of tobacco juice and lines up. They have double wideouts to the far side. Watkins is in motion. Lone setback is Bunora. This is Richard Walsh who gets the carry, and he wishes he never did, as he is terminated as soon as he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Bob Carroll down there, John, putting his head and shoulders right into the back down there and knocked the wind out of him for only about a 1-yard gain.
Mark Gallagher is here in the booth. Mark, why don't you leave your keys right here? Okay, and get out, all right? All right. It's 2nd down and 9 from the 39. Because the community wants it, Mark. Really, a moment of silence for Gallagher. Here's a pitch out to Watkins. And he is thrown. Enough already. He is thrown for a 6-yard loss back to the 45.
Oh, must have been the grape soda. Well, Dedham with a 14-7 lead here at the end of the first quarter.
So we've come to the conclusion. Thanks, Pete. It was a good effort. We've come to the conclusion of 1 quarter of play with the score. The Dedham Riders 14, the Norwood Mustangs 7. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Stone Park in Dedham. Thanksgiving Day, where the Dedham Marauders lead the Norwood Mustangs 14-7.
3rd and 15.
With Justin Bork with 2 touchdowns, 2 long touchdowns. It's going to be a 3rd and 15 situation for the Norwood Mustangs. With all the great play-by-play, here's John Horrigan.
I wouldn't say it's great, but okay, it's 2nd quarter now, 3rd and long. Play action fake by Grant. Throws for Chisholm, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Statistics through 1 quarter of play. Norwood, 44 yards rushing, 87 passing for 131 yards total offense. Dedham, 108 on the ground, all in Justin Bork's hands. None passing for 108 yards total offense. First downs, Norwood 6, Dedham 1. Penalties, Dedham 1 for 5 yards. Time of possession, Norwood headed for 8:07. Dedham for 3:53, but Dedham leads on 2 Justin Bork touchdowns, 1 for 47 yards and 1 for 56 yards. And Norwood's only score came when Aaron Watkins went from 17 yards out. Ball being snapped from the 45. Grant drops back into punt formation. Petruzziello stands back at his 13. It's a low loaf of Wonder Bread fielded by Armando Petruzziello at the 14. And he took a hit by Todd Chamberlain. He gets out to the 22.
Down by number 1, Todd Chamberlain.
Marauders take over.
He punted the ball more cleanly than Eric did with his job. Oh, puns are flying here. Remember, every time you hear dead air, that means we've been censored.
Well, Dedham's going to be starting out 1st and 10 here. First possession of the 2nd quarter.
1st and 10, Armando Petruzziello is the quarterback. Justin Bork, the lone setback, as they send Mamoni in motion. The give is to Justin Bork. Comes across the 25, out to the 26.
A good pickup by Justin Bork, following blocks down there. Keep those legs churning, gets big 4-yard pickup on the play.
Michael Riley with the last tackle.
Riley on the stop.
We'd like to thank our ABT crew, Dan Power, the videography, and, Larry Nobile, Trader. He's also helping out today. He was booted from the booth earlier. In motion is Mamoni. The pitch to Justin Bork, sweeping to the left side. And he is tripped up on the play by Eric DeShiro, who has played well on special teams and made a nice hit there.
DeShiro submarining down there, John, just gets the ankles of Justin Bork. Otherwise, he would have had a big gainer. It was a 6-yard pickup and a first down carry for Justin Bork. Their second first down.
Dedham only had it for 3:53, but their first two possessions they had it for 18 seconds, and Justin Bork had 2 long touchdown runs, 47 and 56 yards. This is Bork now to the right side, right into the arms of left defensive end John Groh.
Nice tackle by the defensive end, John Groh, with the captain of the Norwood Mustangs.
They were all over him quicker than middle management was all over Mark Gallagher.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my.
They're really coming through today. Okay, so Bork with only about a half a yard pickup on the play. It'll be second down and 10 here in the second quarter.
Play action fake to Bork. Petruzziello dumps it out. The pass is complete to the wingback Eric Dempsey. Down the sideline. Finally bumped down at the 23-yard line. But one official says that he went out of bounds at the 36. First down.
He was bumped out, I think, John, down here on the 36. It was nice pass and catch and run on the play. Eric Dempsey, 32-yard pass and catch on the play to put the ball in Norwood territory at their 36-yard line. First play of the day, first pass of the day complete. Down here, nice setup to Eric Dempsey, who made a nice run after he did make the reception. First down, Marauders.
First and 10 for the Marauders. Some wide open territory for Dempsey. This is Bork, and he just bulls his way down to the 32.
Well, you're taught to keep your legs churning once you want to be a back. A 5-yard pickup for Justin Bork, and he did that on his own. Butler and a whole bunch of other Mustangs had to make the stop on Justin Bork, but not until he did pick up those 5 yards.
Today's estimated attendance at 3.5 million. Everybody's here.
How much is the paying attendance, though?
How much is the paying attendance? Well, they've got all entrances blocked off. Got to pay the McDonoughs if you want to come to see this baby. Full house backfield. This is Justin Bork following guess who? Jay Mamoni. And he crushes Jay as he stumbles over him.
Well, another good surge by the Norwood offense, but Pender on the stop.
Wayne Clinton here. One of the longtime volunteers, Bill Brobst. Good to see you, Wayne.
How you doing? Good to see you again, John.
Yeah. Boy, just like old times, huh?
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Yeah, no problem. So it is third down. Dedham is 0 for 1 on third down conversions. Bork. Across the 25, has the first down as he gets down to the 21.
On the left side there, Justin Bork. 7-yard pickup on the play, so it gives the Marauders another first down. This one in Norwood territory. They're moving the ball, keeping the clock running, keeping the ball in the offense's hands. 8:18 left to go here in the second quarter.
Justin Bork, 134 yards rushing on 10 carries. 13 a whack. That's not bad. Here's Bork again. Across the 20. Don't forget to right. Justin Bork goes in for the third time. From 23 yards out. Dedham up in a big way, 20-7. Come on.
Another big carry by Bork, John, from 21 yards out. Chamberlain had a chance at him, but Bork just went through him like a hot knife through butter and just ran it right into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Marauders, giving them a 20-7 lead with the extra point on its way. Papetti out there with Petruzziello, the 1-2 combination for the extra point.
Up flags everywhere. Someone's unhappy.
That usually is an indication of somebody lined up offside, perhaps. We'll see. Here's the ref. It's motion against the offense. So if somebody was moving, maybe pick their hand up. They're going to have to Try it again from 5 yards deeper this time. Well, Justin Bork with big runs today. He's averaging 13, as John said. Incredible. This kid, and he's going to be back.
He's got 18 touchdowns on the season. So this will be a 25-yard extra point attempt. Petty's kick is up, and it is good. So, with 8:03 to play in the first half, Dedham leads 21-7. Huh.
Well, all right, Dedham Marauders taking a commanding lead now. You know, in the last few meetings, the Marauders have won the last 4, and Dedham has won the previous 4, and they've won by a 110-28 scoring, if you will. If you use that as an indication, Dedham should be able to really stick it to them today.
Uh-oh, blocked cars. They better not touch my jack. Here's Beth Doris Gustin, now a longtime volunteer at Continental, whatever the place is. I'm out of there. Beth, I know.
It's a mental block, John, doesn't it? I don't remember a whole lot, and it seems to be warm and fuzzy, but they took it away from us. What the heck?
Yep. That's right. And why don't we just put a Bic lighter to the Bill of Rights, too, while we're at it. Okay. So, kicking off for Dedham, Beth, so what are you going to be doing now?
I'm going to have to go back into the world of high-powered banking, I think. Back to being a bank vice president. So, so much for my adventures with Dedham Cablevision.
Say hello to me when you stop by my heating grate. This is Joe King. He gets out to the 20. It's a shame what happened, but the people don't have a say.
No,
but then again, they restored Gorbachev, didn't they?
They did indeed, and that's a very good analogy. The people wanted Gorby back, and I think the people actually might want Mark and Eric back, so we'll see what happens. I think...
We'll have to have a coup of our own.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, everybody out of the booth. We'll go up, we'll get the placards and stand in front of Channel 3 and protest the entire thing. Piggy McGowan's for turkey.
That's right. 1st and 10 now. A.J. Grant, that quarterback, heavy pass rush. And he throws it to the back of some woman's head on the Norwood sideline, incomplete.
Blindsided down there, and had to throw it, throw it way over the intended receiver's head. He was blindsided. I think it was Bobby Carroll down there, John.
Quarterback pressure.
Unbelievable. Grant maybe got a little bit of wind knocked out of him or something down there. Bobby Carroll putting a heavy lick on the Norwood quarterback. Incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10.
Grant 5 for 11 passing so far for 87 yards. Watkins now lines up slot right. Wide to the near side is Michael Hark. The pass is complete to the tight end, Matt McGee. He is upended at about the 28-yard line by Eric Dempsey.
Well, you can see why Grant had that 1,500-yard passing season that he did, John. They set up the pass very well to these Mustangs. They send their receivers deep to take the safeties and so forth out of the play, and then they throw it over the middle. That's an 8-yard pickup on the play. It's going to make it 3rd down and 2 here for the Mustangs.
Matt McGee with 3 receptions for 23 yards. Norwood is 3 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Watkins, 1st down for the Mustangs as he bursts across the 35 out to the 36.
Good carry by Watkins, a 1st down carry down here. He brings it out to about the 36-yard line. Dempsey on the tackle. 8-yard pickup on the play for Norwood. Coonahan as well in there to make the stop, but not until Watkins makes the 1st down. 1st down and 10. We have a timeout in the field. It's taken by the Marauders. So with 6:57 left to go here in the first half, we'll go over the Division II standings. At number 1 was Walpole Rebels. They finished at 10-0. Next was Chelmsford at 9-0. Lincoln Sudbury was 3rd with an 8-1 record. Woburn was 9-0. Winchester was 8-1. Wellesley was 8-1. Andover was 7-1. Central Catholic was 6-3. Bill Ricca finished at 7-2, and number 10, finishing in the Division II standings, was Acton Boxborough with a 6-4 record. Okay, and the Division II standings as they stand today. In the Bay State Carey Division, Brookline finished atop with a 4-0 record, followed by Newton North with finishing at 3-1. In the league, these standings are: Framingham was 2-1, Natick was 2-2, Braintree was 1-3, Needham was 0-5. And in the Herget Division, it was Walpole finishing atop the league with a 4-0 record, and then Wellesley with 3-1. Dedham was 1-2. Norwood 1-2, and Milton was 0-4. All those scores were in the league. We'll do the overall when we get a chance. John?
Thank you very much, Peter. First and 10 from the 36. A.J. Grant, heavy pass rush. Baker has him, finally. Everybody getting a piece of him. That's a third quarterback sack for the Marauders as they drop him back to the 33.
Well, he almost got away, but Baker finished him off. Loss of 4 yards on the play. Adam Baker with the saving tackle. He looked like he had a little bit of running room down here if he had gotten away. But he didn't. It's a loss of 4 on the play, so it's going to make it second down here.
2nd and 14 from the 34. They come out with the power I formation. Double wideouts to the far side. Grant checks off, says hello to everybody. Now he's ready. In motion is Hark. Guess what? He's going to throw again. Up. He short hopped it. The intended receiver was Chisholm on the play.
Chisholm was open, but the ball was thrown a little bit in front of him, and he was going back. His balance had him going backwards, and couldn't come forward to make the catch. Incomplete. 3rd and 14.
Norwood is 4 for 5 on third down conversions this morning. There's 6:01 to play in the first half. Dedham with a 21-7 lead. Maybe when we get across midfield, you can see that 0-5, Pete, and you can explain who did that and what's going to happen to them. 3rd and 14. A power I formation. Grant, his 13th pass of the game, nearly intercepted. It went off Carroll's hands. And all of a sudden, Steve Caulfield said, "What's this?"
Bobby Carroll and Caulfield playing it in the flat there. Almost a ball bingo right there to Steve Caulfield. Carroll had the piece of it, and then it kind of fell. Caulfield right there. Ball falls incomplete. It's going to make it 4th down here for Norwood. Another great stint by the Dedham defense, shutting them down and making it minus yardage on the possession.
Grant will punt. Once again, Armando Petruzziello drops back to his 36-yard line. Grant gets off a kick that's being held up by an imaginary breeze, but it takes a Norwood bounce. And it will be downed on the Dedham 33. 34-yard punt by A.J. Grant.
Well, Trundley almost got in there and got a piece of that punt, John. Dedham will take over 1st and 10 with good field position at Norwood's 33-yard line. 5:43 left to go here in the first half. Dedham up 21-7, and they've got the ball back. 1st down.
Justin Bork with 155 yards rushing. Give him a few more. He gets out to the 36, pickup of 2.
Hit first by Eric DeShiro.
DeShiro in there with a whole bunch of other Norwood Mustangs down there. Reardon in there as well. Only a 2-yard pickup for Justin Bork. Make it 2nd down. So this Norwood Mustang defense, John, seems to go in spurts. They're good one or two plays, and then, you know, they just get that big one. But here we go, 2nd down.
They have a pro set backfield with Jay Mamoni and Justin Bork. The pitch to Bork following. Jay Mamoni's block across the 40. Out to the 43.
Bork the carrier, close to the first down. Good coverage, but good block on the play by Jason Mamone, John, though. He just barreled over that intended alleged tackler. Came close to the first down. It's going to make it 3rd down and short.
Yeah, he picked up more yards quicker than Mark did his final paycheck. It's 3rd down and 2. Dedham is 1 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. Justin Bork stumbles his way out to the 49. 1st down for Dedham.
Bork's about 6 foot, 195, and he's a fast back. Couple of jumps and hops, and he jumps into 1st down territory. Had he gotten one more move down there on his feet, I think that would have been another long gainer and a touchdown. But he did make the first. It's close to the midfield stripe. 1st down and 10 for the Marauders. So, John.
Peter. 1st and 10 for the Marauders at the 49. An inverted wishbone, the draw play. Justin Bork picks up a deuce. Down to the Norwood 49. The Norwood 49.
The Norwood. All right, well, Bork. Another carry.
Tackle made by Mike Orlowski.
He's the man for the Marauders. Looks like Dedham might want a timeout here. Yes, they do call timeout with 3:40 left to go here in the 1st half. The Marauders take a timeout. So with that timeout, we'll talk to John. John?
That's right. With that timeout, we'll go to Lori Duchesne with the traffic. One, unless Norwood stops Dedham and gets on the board, this one could be over in 1/2 of play.
Well,
what a great lead-in question, huh?
Well, you know, the Marauders are playing up to their potential, and you know, they hopefully will finish out with a 500 record. 21-7 going into the halftime. Going into the locker room at halftime. It's Norwood's got an incredible uphill battle to go, and it's just going to be a matter of covering Grant's passing in the 2nd half, because I think they're just going to be throwing the home run ball throughout the 2nd half. But look for the Marauders here to tie things up.
Throwing the home run ball like Matt Young, right?
Yeah, exactly. Doormat.
2nd down and 8. The ball sits lifeless and immobile at the Norwood 49. Everybody's lined up in the Dedham backfield. And this guy, Justin Bork, stumbles his way across the 45, down to the 41. There's yellow laundry on the field, though.
It was right as he hit the ground, John. It might be a late hit or a face mask, but Norwood is jubilating, so it's penalty against the Marauders. It's holding against Dedham, so it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Back the Marauders up 10 yards.
Now, the Norwood defense was jubilating. Okay. Should they be doing it here?
Well,
so it's backed up, personal foul, as they'll back him up 10 yards.
2nd and 14.
Well, it was right as Bork hit the ground, so it might have been that one of the offensive line before the Marauders was tackling one of the tacklers back here. So now that we've got this timeout, I can go over the overall record in both the Cary and Horrigan division of the Bay State League. Okay, Brookline finished out with a 7-3 overall record. Newton North finished 6-4. Framingham, combining the North and South squad, finished at 6-3. They're a much better team this year after the combination. Natick was 5-4. Braintree finished at 2-7, and Needham, a dismal 1-9 record for the Rockets. And in the Horrigan division.
Don't make fun of Needham. They're a model community.
Oh, that's right. We might have to go there. All right. And in the Horrigan, Walpole, 10-0 overall. Wellesley finished at 8-1. Followed by the Dedham Marauders at 4-5, hoping to make it a 500 mark after today. Norwood was 2-7, and Milton didn't have a win. They finished at 0-10. So with 3:30 left to go here in the 2nd half, the Marauders leading 21-7. It'll be a second down and long situation for the Marauders. And here we go. Now with the great play-by-play, John Horrigan.
Thank you very much, little Peter. Now they send Mamoni in motion to the near side. Inside handoff to the wingback, Dempsey. And he muscles his way out to midfield.
We saw that play work a number of times this season, John.
Tackle made by Mike Riley.
The quarterback down here for the Marauders, be it Dempsey
Mike Mahoney on that last tackle.
or Petruzziella down here. You know, the fake sweep pitch and then the quick give to Dempsey coming across from the wingback position. Had he not gotten by the first tackler, the man who made the tackle, he would have been gone on the left sideline. Nevertheless, it's 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 from the 49. Dedham is 2 for 3 on 3rd down. Play action fake to Bork. Petruzziello throws it out to Caulfield. And on the coverage is Chamberlain. And now they say, well, it's going to be pass interference, seeing that we were delayed.
But there's penalty markers down.
It took a while for those flags to come out. They whipped them out, though. It was a nice play by Todd Chamberlain. It looked like he might have been riding the back of Caulfield. A great defensive play if it was not called for pass interference, but that it was. Pass interference against the Mustangs, so the Dedham Marauders get another 1st down on this drive here with 2:42 left to go in the second half. Mr. Paul Sherman here joining us in the booth. Paul, how do you enjoy the game so far?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. It could be etched in stone.
Pete may be in the second half, but ladies and gentlemen, we're still here in the first one. A little bit ahead of himself.
Second quarter, check that.
Okay, yeah. Oh, this is Justin Bork across the 40 before he is upended at the 35 by Todd Chamberlain.
Tripped up by Eric.
Tripped up down there, Eric DeShero with Chamberlain over there to help him out on the play, but not until Justin Bork makes another big pickup. 8 yards on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and short here for the Dedham Marauders. And clock is running. Marauders with a good show of offense this morning.
2nd and 2. Bork is brought down by Captain John Groh.
Justin Bork, the ball
He
carrier.
picks up 3. That should be enough for the 1st down. It is.
Another 1st down for Dedham.
Tripped up by Mike
They have
Riley.
7 first downs this morning. It's a 1st down.
1st down.
So, Dedham coming back up to the ball. They're just manhandling this Norwood team, it looks like, John.
The give, no, play action fake to Bork. Petruzziello has the time, looking for Caulfield. He has it. Steve Caulfield with the reception down to the Norwood 9. Huh.
A flag route run by Steve Caulfield down there, and Petruzziello found him down there for a 23-yard pickup to put the ball down in Norwood's territory deep at the Norwood 9-yard line. 1st down.
And
Well, so a big pickup, John. Looks like they're going to maybe add some more points here. 1st down.
maybe. 1st and goal from the 9. Justin Bork bumps his way off one tackler and goes in for the touchdown. Justin Bork goes in for the 4th time today from 9 yards out. Dedham smashing Norwood 27-7. Huh.
Well, add another one to Justin Bork's record-setting season here. Kid is incredible, and he just got another one. That's number 19 for Bork. Well, Marauders 27-7 with the extra point on its way. Here we go, Papetti with Petruzziello holding, and it's a short snap. Looks like he's going to have to throw the ball, and he finds a Norwood defender. It's incomplete. Chamberlain on the play. No good. 27-7 Marauders.
So, with 1:44 to play, Dedham leading 27-7. I'd like to thank all the people that helped us through the years here. John, bidding to do again. Helped us through the years here, from Marge Bohan, Don Parr, Jake Santamaria, Ed Morneau, Joe Brogan, and hosts of other people.
Goodale, remember him? He did a good job. Well, if this is a due for ABT, you know, maybe we can take it elsewhere, John, with that great town in Needham, perhaps. But back to live action. We've got 1:44 left to go here in the first half. Dedham up in a big way, 27-7. Bork, 4 touchdowns. Kids unstoppable.
Yep. Live action in as much as there are living human beings on the field. This is a tape delay.
That's what I meant.
Okay. Papetti will kick off. Deep is Joe King. And I'm not joking. Fielded by Chamberlain at his 11. Chamberlain across the 25.
Don Chamberlain takes the kickoff.
Chamberlain brings it out to the 20-yard line. Marr on the tackle down here.
Dempsey on the tackle.
Dempsey in there as well. So, perhaps the next time out we can go over the seniors that will be playing in their last game for the Dedham Marauders. Maybe Norwood if they can come across the scratch.
All right.
Now it takes over first down and 10.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. The ball sits at their own 20-yard line. They come out with the power I formation. Watkins on the draw play across the 25 out to the 29. Close to the first down.
9-yard pickup for Watkins. Bobby Carroll on the stop. Wow. Another big pickup for Watkins down here, John. They have to watch that. It's 27-7, and the game's not over. Norwood has been known to come back with those big plays, and can't stress it enough. You've got to watch that Grant kid. He's over 1,500 yards passing this year with 7 touchdowns. But the Dedham defense looks to be capable of stopping him, as they've been doing a great job this year.
A 3-year-old boy with terminal leukemia.
Okay. In the Division II scoring race,
Generously, so Kevin will be able to enjoy
Dave Pagnoni for Walpole had 18 touchdowns for 108 points, and Corey Canada played for Woburn. He had 17 touchdowns, 102 points. Jose Ramon from Wakefield with 12 touchdowns had 97 points. And then comes Justin Bork, had 15 touchdowns for 94 points. And he's got more than that today.
That's right. 4 touchdowns, 24 points alone. 118 on the year. 2nd down and a short 2 for the Mustangs. Now in motion is Chisholm, and on a flag on the play.
I think it was the back that was in slot formation jumped a little bit early. They'll call it illegal procedure against Norwood. It'll back them up 5 yards. All right. So 2nd down here from Stone Park. 1:28 left to go in the first half. Dedham up 27-7. Norwood has it. 2nd down.
A.J. Grant, the quarterback. 2nd and 8. Chisholm comes sprinting to the near side. Grant throws it out. The pass is complete to the flanker, Michael Hark.
Oh, Grant was only looking one way. He didn't even look to his left. And I threw it to Hart, figuring he could make the catch, and he made the catch. He made the catch he did, and picked up 6 yards on the play to make it 3rd down and short over here. Okay.
Brian Chisholm with the reception.
Grant's pass is complete to Brian Chisholm down to the Dedham 48. 1st down for the Mustangs.
On the tackle. A 1st down for Norwood.
Well, a big pickup for the Mustangs, and Norwood calls timeout after that big 1st down reception. Chisholm made a nice grab on the play. Good throw by Grant. Threw it up high where it had to be, and Chisholm came down with it and made the nice catch for a 1st down pickup. Brings the ball a little past midfield into Dedham's territory, right at about the 48-yard line. 23-yard pass and catch on the play with 1:17 left to go here in the first half. Norwood with their 9th first down looking to eclipse double digits.
How do they eclipse double digits? By going into triple digits? Is that what you're saying, Pete?
No, get into double digits. Yeah, I'm trying to, use your words, John.
1st and 10 from the Dedham 48. They have a pro set backfield. Grant taking his time as he's very deliberate under center. Now they throw a timing pattern for Aaron Watkins. Hits some guy in fact, it hits Joe Smith on the knee, the coach of Norwood.
Oh. Falls incomplete. He really does look deliberate underneath there at center. Ball falls incomplete. He only looks at one receiver, though, John. He doesn't look around for other receivers. Perhaps they have refreshments here. Brought up to ABT in the booth. Thank you, Susie. What do you have to say? Say something, John.
We'll get to Sue in one moment. A.J. Grant, another timing pattern for Watkins, and it is intercepted on a spectacular play by, I believe it's Eric Dempsey who came up with it. Circus catch. Dedham's ball. Norwood's second turnover of the ball game.
Well, looks like they're not going to be getting into double digits here in the first half. Second quarter, Eric Dempsey with a great interception on the play. What did you think of that one, Susie?
Great play.
Great play, etched in stone. Well, Dedham will take over, 1st and 10 the other way now. They've got good field position. They've got minute 5 to perhaps put some more points on the board. Maybe give it a Bork. A few more times, see if he can get some more yards on the play. Getting some dirty looks here in the booth, John.
Standard procedure for ABT. 1st and 10 now from the 38. The pitch out to Justin Bork. Straight arms one defender across the 45 and stumbles his way across midfield. First down as he gets down to the Norwood 47.
Another first down carry for Justin Bork. Chamberlain on the stop down there. Was just one man to beat, and it was Chamberlain. He made the stop, but Bork was kind of off balance. 15-yard pickup on the play. Another first down for the Marauders. 55 seconds in running.
Bork stumbles across the line of scrimmage, picks up 1 yard.
Looks like he lost his footing on the play. The Marauders have called timeout here with 43 seconds left to go in the first half. Dedham up in a big way, 27-7 on 4 Justin Bork touchdowns. 1 extra point missed.
That dead air was brought to you by miscommunication. Convey your feelings by talking. So, Pete, with 58 seconds left, Dedham, they'll probably try to rub it in their face or not. No?
Well, Norwood has been known, is known in the past for running up the score on the Marauders. I remember in the early '80s when I played, they used to really rub it in, like you said, and this is perfect opportunity with this kid Bork. Maybe give him a whole bunch more touchdowns. You never know. 27-7 at halftime. That's a big hill to climb for the Mustangs.
Norwood has been shut out twice this year. Their only victories came over Needham and Milton. Yeah. Dedham at 4 and 5. They defeated Natick, Milton, Needham, and Braintree this year. I think everybody really gave Milton and Needham a going over. Second down and 8. The wingback Dempsey is in motion. They throw it to Dempsey. This is an option. Kind of. Yep, Dempsey throws a bag of cheese popcorn intended for Ken Papetti. Falls incomplete.
Well covered on the play down here by the Mustangs. I believe it was Michael Riley, the senior captain, covered Dempsey before he got a chance to get it up there and throw it. Ball falls incomplete with 37 seconds left here in the first half. Third down.
Well, Petruziello is A 2-for-2 passing today. Dempsey, who started the season as a Dedham quarterback, and now as he's moved to wingback, you can throw the ball to him, you can hand off to him, and he can throw it.
He's very versatile.
Just as we rehearsed it, Peter. Good. 3rd down and 8. From the 46. Dedham is 3 for 4 on 3rd down. A draw play to Justin Bork. Down to the 43. Clock running as we're under 30 seconds to play in the first half.
John Bro with the tackle.
Bork with another good pickup on 3rd down. It's a 4-yard pickup. It's going to be make it a 4th down. 4th down and about 5 yards to go. So they're going to be going for it. Well, they're going to let the clock run. It's running now. Just about 10 seconds left in the half. I think they're just going to let this one run out.
4-3, and that will do it for the first half. Oh, Peter. So, we've come to the conclusion of one half of play with the score. The Dedham Marauders 27, the Norwood Mustangs 7. We'll return with our halftime show and statistical scoring summary right after this. Stay with us as you're watching the BSL on
ABT.
Side-eye.
Peter McGowan reporting the ABT on the BSL. All right, BSL on ABT. We're here with Charlie Fogel and Leslie Cusack. Great game today, Charlie.
Yes, it is, Peter.
Look at the camera, Chuck. Who do you like today? 27-7. What's Norwood's? What are they going to do coming out in the second half?
They're going to blow it.
How so?
Very so.
Okay, very so. Leslie, you like the game today?
Yes, I do.
What's your favorite part of the game?
When they get a touchdown.
Good one. Justin Bork has 4 touchdowns today. He's done a great job for the Marauders this year.
Yes, he did. He's a great guy. I've known him for a long time.
Oh, you know Justin. Very good. Yeah, the Marauders 27-7 here at Stone Park in Dedham. Charlie Fogel. Charlie, what's the best play you like today?
Interceptions for my birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Charlie.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what else do we have to talk about? We could have other interviews coming up here on ABT. It's Peter McGowan reporting, saying stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this.
We're back at the half. The score 27-7 in favor of Dedham. A statistical scoring summary for you. In the first quarter at 10:09, Aaron Watkins went from 17 yards out. Nutting's kick was good, 7-0 Norwood. Then at 10:01, the first play from scrimmage, Justin Bork went 47 yards. And Papetti's kick was good, 7-7. Then at 8:49, Bork went 56 yards. Papetti's kick was good, 14-7 Dedham after 1 quarter. And the second quarter, Bork put in a couple more. He went in from 21 yards out at 8:03. Papetti's kick was good. Then he went in from 9 yards out for his 4th touchdown of the game. The 2-point conversion of the failed extra point, no good. Stats through one half of play, Justin Bork has 219 yards rushing with 4 touchdowns. Dedham has 222 yards rushing, 55 passing for 277 yards total offense. Norwood has 61 yards rushing, 120 yards passing for 181 yards total offense. First downs at 9 apiece. Penalties, Norwood 2 for 10, Dedham 3 for 20. Time of possession, Norwood 11:58, 12:02. Obviously the story, Pete, in the first half is the running game of Justin Bork. He's been explosive.
Well, they can't stop him. 4 touchdowns, and they're going to have to credit the line of scrimmage. They've opened up the holes that he needs to get into and just, chuck it on down into the end zone 4 times. And, they're all coming back, John. They're all juniors, and they're coming back. How many times are we going to say it? But,
Probably until people get sick and tired of it. A.J. Grant is 7 for 17 yards, 7 for 17 passing for 120 yards. Obviously, he's going to have to air it out more in the second half.
Obviously. He's done, well, Grant, he has the receivers to catch the ball, and, he had that big year with all the yards gained on the passing, on the passing end of it, 1,500, and, Dedham's going to have to watch that. We mentioned it in the first half. That they're going to probably throw the long ball and maybe try a few fakes and maybe try a few things. But, this Dedham defense has really, stood up to the task thus far.
3 quarterback sacks. So, after one half of play, 27-7 Dedham. We'll be back with the second half right after this. You're watching the BSL on
ABT.
Side-eye.
We're here, the BSL on ABT. Peter McGowan along with Shad Araby, the legend, and Herbert Keogh. Over here. Come on over in here, Herbie. Great game so far, Shad.
Very good. The best. I'm telling you. That book is unbelievable.
Yeah, he's going to be coming back, too. He's only a junior.
Thank God for that. I'll be around for another year with these guys still playing.
Yeah, sure. Shad, what was your best game, best Thanksgiving Day game, do you think?
Well, 1944, when we set the record, with Stivaleta was on there, and Mutt Ray and the Greenie. We had a heck of a game out here because we were undefeated and unscored upon that year.
Oh, what remember 79, the 3-0 game?
Oh, that was also, they were all good games. Thanksgiving, this is what we fought World War II for.
That's all right. The legend, Shad Araby. Thank you, Shad.
Taking pictures.
Hey, up here, Dedham Cable.
Beautiful.
Herbie, great games so far. They can't stop Justin.
I'll tell you, when they went through and they scored the first touchdown, Peter, I said to the kids on the sideline, let's go right at them, right up the gut, let's go get them, and they did, and Justin's playing real well. Also, Peter, I want to give some credit to a kid who I think is one of the most unheralded, but yet he's always there. 2 years starter on defense, Mr. Eric Dempsey made a super interception on a pass, and he set up another touchdown with that real nice catch, and he just kept going. Eric is a tough kid, just like the rest of his family, a hard-working kid, and he's a pile driver, I'll tell you. But Justin is just amazing, and that's 18 points for him this half, Peter, and we have an awful lot to look forward to next year in Dedham.
We sure do. They're all returning, too, the line of scrimmage. Justin Bork, how would you compare him to the big backs of yesteryear, Shad? Who do you compare?
With Oscar Robinson.
Yeah, number 24. I remember Oscar. All right.
Game when we were 18-18 up in Norwood there. Right on there, Robin.
18-18. What game? What year was that?
It was 75.
75. No kidding. Mr. Shad Araby. And here's my co-captain from years past, Mike Dubrail. Duba, great game so far. Hey. Duba, you paying attention here? Look at the camera. Hey, how you doing? There's Mikey. All right, this is Peter McGowan, the BSA, and Michael Mara. Everybody's here at Thanksgiving. Thank you, Shad Araby. Thank you, Herbie Keogh. Great job. The BSL on ABT. We'll be right back right after this.
this is Lawrence Nobile along with Ed Morneau here at halftime, the Dedham Marauders versus the Norwood Mustangs. And Ed, the recent developments at Continental Cablevision in Dedham, how do you see this as affecting your position with the media at the high school?
Well, I don't know. The support staff that has been at Continental Cable are responsible for really getting the school system linked up to so many things. We have our own Channel 47 now. That's taken a long time to get to happen, and I think it's this most recent staff that was uniformly dismissed that was responsible for the most part, getting that installed. We also have the satellite hookup, which is a part of the whole program, and we're about ready to start broadcasting live from the high school. So with the dismissal of the staff and the volunteers seemingly en masse leaving, I don't see the support staff there, so it's like back to square one. We don't really know what to do. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you tomorrow night. So I really don't know what we're going to do. It's kind of unfortunate because it's taken, I don't know, how long has cable been in this town? 9 years?
The cable station has been here since '84 anyway, but Continental has been here since, I believe, '88 or '89.
Well, from '84 to '88, nothing happened. Okay, so who's ever responsible for the past few years' activities, I mean, they've done their job, and I think that's Mark, you as a volunteer, Eric as a technician, and all the other volunteers. The high school situation is now happening. Without that particular staff, I'm afraid that if we start from scratch, you know, it's very hard to get to get the students interested in something that is on and offline all the time. So now if we go offline, or if we just can't get the program going, I think it's a giant step backwards. As far as the other issue goes, not to politicize it, as far as the other issue goes about censorship, if it is a censorship issue, I don't really know personally if I want to be affiliated with a station that acknowledges that they use the censorship as an administrative tool. So as a volunteer who, with Joe Brogan, co-hosts the Tubular Rasa show, I'm not sure we want to do that if we are under the auspices of an administration that censors things. So I think it's some very serious issues here. For the high school, is there a staff there that's going to support what we want to do at the high school? And the other issue of censorship, obviously, is something that I have to personally divorce myself from. So I think I don't think it was a well thought out decision, and I'm really not clear as to how these things happen in the first place. I wish the whole story would come out and people would sit down and really finally talk about all these things and be upfront about all these things. But I don't think we're getting the whole story. So,
well, as the lone volunteer remaining at Dedham Cable, and as a potential candidate for the public access coordinator's position, I'm sure that the station will be looking to you and your students to create a new base of volunteerism. Do you see that as a possibility?
Well, that's the ideal, but it's hard for me to get students. How you doing? It's hard for me to get students to volunteer. Hi. It's hard for me to get students to volunteer to work within the school itself. So for students to make the effort to go to the cable studio and do that work, I don't see that happening unless there's some sort of program initiated through cable to really train these kids in this use of this equipment. This is not easy equipment to use. This is not on and off switches. This is really real technical stuff, and the nature of technical stuff is sometimes it doesn't work. And when that happens, all the creative energy in the world is not going to make a station work. So it's just a matter of being realistic. It's very hard to get people to volunteer to do things. The rhythm to which Mark and Eric and you and all the other volunteers have brought to this particular station, aside from the creative program, is that finally the thing is working. And in so many communities it's not working unless there's a hired staff there, a lot of hired people to do this work. To expect volunteers to do this thing, you really have to have a comfortable environment. And I'm not comfortable with what's happened in this situation. And I certainly can't say, I mean, we'd like to be able to provide students with the educational opportunity to take, to deal with the needs of cable, but we can't even deal with our own needs here now. My ambitions as a media director in the school is to get the kids to produce a talk show at the high school to show to the community that there is this viable link between cable and the school system. And until we can prove that we can broadcast a show from the high school, that is really the fruition of our connection with cable. And now I think we've taken a giant step backwards, because I don't see anybody coming in to train these kids how to do their own talk show, which is going to take a while to do. Admittedly, we have Channel 47. It's taken since '84 to get that going, and it's the last administration that got it going, so I'm thankful for that. We have our satellite link. That's incredible. That's long-distance learning is the future of education. And we're ready to do a studio thing. We're ready for something to happen, but I'm afraid there's a hiatus between that happening.
I know that speaking personally as a volunteer, I put in many hours at your studio to get it going, and it was my pleasure to get it up and running. But but I did it as a volunteer.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, and as a volunteer, most of what has happened over the past summer has happened through you. And it's happened through Eric and Mark continually coming into the school over and over and over again to get these things done. I don't know if that's part of their job description. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to be doing. I have no idea. I don't know what their contract is. But I think it's the good-natured approach that you people have taken that have really made a difficult situation a lot better. Because in the past, my requests more or less have fell on deaf ears. Either people weren't ready for it, either I wasn't ready for the technical assistance. It's a difficult situation. It requires just a lot of focused people to look at the situation for what it is, come up with the technical support, and just make the program happen. And Mark and his volunteers and his staff have made it happen. But now, where are we now? Okay, so I feel bad. It's a terrible situation all the way around.
I was just speaking personally. You will have my continued support, and I'll be there to help you out in the future. So
I appreciate that. Are you the mole?
No, I've been called the scab by several of my former friends. So we'll have to see how that turns out.
Well, I hope that you stay on, but I can understand. Is there a reluctance on your part to stay on?
Well, no. I am in a difficult situation. My friends on one side and management on the other, and I'm torn. But the reason I want to stay is for the town of Dedham. I enjoy the town of Dedham, and I'd like to.
I mean, the potential. Dedham is so close to Boston, and it's such a. I mean, there's so much diversity in this town. For this to happen. I mean, the other issue is the programming. The programming is exciting. If you look at program, I went up to Rochester, New York a few weeks ago, and I looked at the local cable station up there, and it's dead. All the cable stations I've ever seen in other states or even in this area, the program is very bland. There's nothing exciting. We got some risk takers in this town. It's very healthy to have risk takers. It's also very healthy for the kids to see, professionals and volunteers to take risk in a medium that is so important in this country. Risk-taking is where inspires kids to take risk, and that essentially is the way kids learn, is to take risks, to step outside of their limitations, and to look at something that they want to see more deeply or learn more about. And I just don't understand, as a symbol, the firing of Mark and the evacuation of the staff and all that. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's not a good thing for the kids to see either, because unless it can be really explained in rational terms for everybody to understand, it smacks of censorship, and I think that's very unhealthy. On a federal level, we know we're dealing with censorship all the time, but when censorship hits the local level, you're not talking about the invasion of very private rights, our private right, our private and public right for freedom of expression. When kids see that happening on a local level, they have to question the maturity of the adults that enact that kind of rhythm. And I just think that I think this is a bad thing all around. It's on so many levels: administratively, philosophically, morally, constitutionally. It really has to be sorted out. Hopefully, the press can sort it out. The town selectmen can sort it out. The cable administration can sort it out, and maybe they reinstate Mark and reinstate his staff and encourage the volunteers to return so that the innovative programming can continue. I don't understand what they have to benefit by changing the whole thing. Okay, we have to wrap this up.
Yeah, we have to wrap it up.
Have a nice
So
Thanksgiving.
thanks, Ed, and we'll be back with second half action as you're watching the BSL on
ABT.
Thank you.
We're back at Stone Park in Dedham. John Horrigan along with Peter McGowan. The score, 27-7 after one half of play. Pete, at the half, some old familiar faces, huh?
Oh, a festive time here at Thanksgiving Day at Dedham High. Everybody's here.
We want to remind our viewers, if you hear the tape intermittently cut, that means we've been censored, so I just want to alert you to that fact. I haven't sworn here. Nor, though, Pete, they have their work cut out for them. In fact, they may be going through the motions here in the second half.
Well, exactly. They finished at 2-7. You know, they're 2-7 coming in today. You know, they're not going to beat this powerhouse Dedham team, and Dedham looking to even their mark at 5-5.
And 34-34 for the rivalry.
Even it all the way. Start a clean slate, and these Marauders have won the last 5 years.
The Marauders will get the kickoff in the second half. Let's go over the starting offensive lineman for the Marauders. The center is Steve McDougall, the left guard Brendan Coonahan, the right guard Bob Carroll, the right tackle Steve Petrozelli, the left tackle Brandon Weaver, the right end Steve Caulfield, the left end Rob Greenwood, the wing back Eric Dempsey, the quarterback Armando Petruzziello, the fullback is Justin Bork, and the halfback is Jay Mamoni. Defensively for Norwood in the second half, providing there are no changes, the nose tackle is Michael Orlowski, the right defensive tackle Matt McGee, the left defensive tackle Michael Riley, the right defensive end Michael Mahoney, the left defensive end Captain John Groh, the middle linebacker Michael Reardon, the outside linebackers are Dave Bartuka and Jason Nutting, the left cornerback Todd Chamberlain, the right cornerback Michael Hark, and the free safety Aaron Watkins.
Wow.
Pete, Justin Bork, 219 yards rushing.
Whew, already. Shad Araby said it. He's one of the great backs in Dedham High history.
He's seen them all.
He has seen them all. He mentioned a few back to World War II days. And Bork, out of all the teams that have played here at Stone Park in Dedham, Justin Bork holds the records for most yards gained by a back for Dedham High School, and can't say it enough. This guy's going to be back.
So deep for Dedham will be number 36, Bruce Trunley. What do you think, onsides all the way here? Huh?
Well, there's no question.
That was a question. Kicking off for the Mustangs is number 33, Michael Pender. As we get underway here in the second half.
Pender's not the usual kicker.
For kickoffs, he is. Stick to the analysis.
All right.
There's a squibber. Goes off one hand. Gilardi's hands, and Eric Dempsey almost busted it. Boy, he gets Dedham in good field position at the Norwood 46.
They start out Norwood territory here in the second half. Eric Dempsey, had he gotten by that one guy who grabbed his ankle, he would have been gone. First and 10 in Norwood territory at about the 47. Well, maybe they could be sending in some second stringers here for the Marauders, but play it safe here with this one.
Yeah, here's Shoeshine Boy, Bootlicker Larry Nobia. Larry?
John, I think it's unfair to characterize me as a scab. We can talk about this at the end of the game if you like.
Yeah, we'll have a go. Justin Bork gets down to the 41, picks up 6 yards on the play.
Bork, another good carry. Mamoni on the stop. 6-yard pickup. Hey, Mr. Tom Serino.
One of the great things about Thanksgiving is you get to see old friends and faces. Here's my buddy from 10 years ago, Tom Serino. Howdy, Tommy.
Not bad, how are you?
All right, with the fake voice.
What's up, Johnny?
All right, Michael Serino, Paulette here. The whole gang's here. Hand off to Justin Bork. He breaks it at the 30, the 20. He goes in for his 5th touchdown. Justin Bork goes 41 yards. Oh, my.
Justin Bork with another big run for his 5th touchdown this morning, and this kid is just unstoppable here for the Marauders. Going over the right side that time. The running game for the Marauders, powered by Justin Bork, number 24. Can't stop this kid. Wow, this 5 touchdowns, John. He might even be setting a game record as far as touchdowns go. 5 already. He's got all the Dedham scoring except for the extra points. And here comes the extra point. Papetti kicks it up. And it goes off the post. And it's good. It's good. Went off the post and in. So Dedham up in a big way, 34-7. Only ticked off about 41 seconds here on the clock. 11:18 remaining. Not sure the specifics of the time, but heck, they got in there very quickly once again. Just give it a Bork and let him do his work.
266 yards rushing on the day for Justin Bork. 5 touchdowns. Definitely a record-breaking performance. He came in with 1,510 yards and throw on $2.50.
Incredible. Incredible. He's the record holder. He holds the belt for the Marauders, and gosh, he's coming back with all his line mates.
And that catapults him into the lead as far as Division II scoring goes, as he has 124 points. That's based on what Compagnoni from Walpole will do. He's got 108. Unbelievable, Pete. As he has 20 touchdowns on the season. Like you said, he might skip college or senior year, go right to the draft.
Yep, he has the capability. I mean, he was scouted when he was a sophomore and starting for the Marauders. There's the kickoff. It's a short kick taken by the Mustangs down here. Mahoney on the reception of the kickoff gives Norwood the ball. 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line. So they'll take over. Will the Norwood offense?
So I
don't know if that was an intentional squib kick or a short kick, what have you. Nevertheless, it's 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Big crowd on hand for today's game. My pal, one of my coaches of my softball team, Bob McCarthy, stopping by. 1st and 10. This is Watkins. Watkins is running out to the 40.
Just a 2-yard pickup. Weaver down there on the stop. 2-yard gain on the play. Make it 2nd and 8. Well, when you said they are just going through the motions, you know, you're going to have to block for your backs, though. Otherwise, this Dedham team is going to really do a number on them.
Tommy, first trip back in 10 years here or what?
Yes.
Okay. The ever-quotable Tom Serino. Now the pass is complete to Brian Chisholm. Avoids 2 tacklers, crosses midfield before he's brought down to the 45. 1st down for Norwood.
Chisholm with the 1st down reception. Trundley on the stop. It's a 15-yard gain for the Mustangs. Ball spotted at Dedham's 45-yard line. That's Norwood's 10th 1st down of the morning.
Yeah, Chisholm has 3 catches for 82 yards. One of the bright spots for Norwood this morning, today. 1st and 10 at the 45. They line up Watkins to the near side with a power I formation. The handoff goes to Michael Terlak. Actually went to Eric DeShear. Actually, who really cares? It's a gain of 2.
I think it was Mo Howard.
No gain on the play. There is a flag down on the play. He's talking to Bobby Carroll, the captain of the defense, so I think it is against Norwood. And here's the indication.
It's a holding penalty against Norwood.
Holding against Norwood.
I'll back him up. 10 yards offensively for the Mustangs. The center is Jeff Davis, the right guard Michael Riley, the left guard Michael Mahoney, the right tackle Michael Holliday, Michael, the left tackle Patrick Whittemore, the tight end Matt McGee, the flanker Michael Hark, the wide receiver Michael Chisholm, no, his first name is Brian, the tailback Aaron Watkins, Michael Terlak, yes, that's right, is the fullback, the quarterback is A.J. Grant. Grant Throws. The pass is complete to the big tight end, Matt McGee. He gets out to the 49.
Matt McGee with the reception.
Gain of 4.
McGee with the nice grab up there. Had to reach up for it. Made the catch. Baker on the stop. Adam Baker.
Brendan Coonahan, assist on the last tackle.
Good pickup on the play.
Defensively for Dedham, the nose guard is Brendan Coonahan. The left defensive tackle is Steve Petrozelli. The right defensive tackle, Brandon Weaver. The right defensive end, Steve Caulfield. The left defensive end, Gary Jordan. The linebackers are Bob Carroll and Adam Baker. The cornerbacks are Eric Dempsey and Ken Papetti. The strong safety is Bruce Trunley. And the free safety is Armando Petruzziello. 2nd and 15, the draw play to Watkins. And he is wrapped up by the ankles by Brendan Coonahan. Lost 3 in the play. Hey, Frank Stapleton stopped in the booth. Frank, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Former player, have you ever seen a back like Justin Bork? You played with some good ones.
He's excellent. He's the best back I ever saw at Dedham.
200 and what do we got, 56 yards? He's...
Him and Levesque. Him and Levesque.
Oh, yeah, Tom Levesque from the mid-70s.
He's excellent.
All right, what are you doing now?
Just
talking to John and Pete on ABT, right?
It's hanging out, that's all. It's hanging out.
Thanks a lot, Frank Stapleton, former player. Norwood is 5 for 7 on 3rd down. Grant throws it over the middle, intended for Chisholm, and it was nearly intercepted. I still think that Armando Petruzziello doesn't know that that ball just hit him in the gut. Ball's incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Pass intended for Chisholm down there. Papetti looks like he took his eyes off the ball. Might have had a good amount of running room, but he took his eyes off the ball. Ball falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. 4th and 17 here for Norwood. Looks like Grant's going to be dropping back once again. Yes, he does. And Petruzziello drops deep for the Marauders.
A.J. Grant to punt. Petruzziello calls for a fair catch and drops it at the 15. And they're going to say, that's cheating. You have to stop right there. Punt went for 37 yards.
There's a flag on the play, I think. Happy Thanksgiving, Frank. Former captain here at Dedham High. Okay, we're going to have to see what the flag indication is. Pretty good kick on the play by Grant. They're discussing it down on the field, just exactly what the play is. When you know, we'll know. Here's the ref. It's something against the Marauders. John wasn't looking, so I don't know.
Delay the game against
Delay a game against the Marauders. Thank you, Don Parr. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Marauders with a 5-yard penalty tacked on for delaying the game with 8:09 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 15 for the Marauders.
1st and 15 from the Dedham 10. Justin Bork. He's got 1 year ahead of him. Picks up about 5 on the play.
Bork.
Mike Mahoney in on the tackle.
With another carry here, he's the workhorse once again for the Dedham Marauders. A 4-yard pickup for Justin Bork. So he's got a good size average, good amount of yards. Average on every time he touches the ball. All right, and stepping up to the line is Petruzziello. Lone setback now in motion is Mamone. Flags on the play. It's a dead ball. We're going to have to see what the call is. It might be against the offense. Someone might have lined up offsides.
That's what the call will be. Justin Bork, 271 yards rushing today on 25 carries, 5 touchdowns. That was all mostly in the first half.
No kidding. We've still got 7:27 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. So this kid, if he keeps on getting a hold of that pigskin, looks like he's going to add a single game record here for the Dedham High School football team, better known as the Marauders. 2nd down, more whistles, penalty markers all over the place. Handoff was to Bork. I have to see what the call is. Clock stopped. Okay, it's illegal motion procedure against Dedham once again. So someone's either lining up in the neutral zone, John, or somebody's picking up their hand, what have you. Another 5-yard penalty against the Marauders, backing them up closer and closer to their goal line. Just what Norwood was looking for here in the 2nd half, to shut down the offense and give the ball back to their offense. 2nd and 21.
Second in a light year from the Dedham 5. In motion is Mamoni. I believe that is Bork again. I have no reason to believe why it wouldn't be. He gets out to the 10, picks up 5 more. Puts him at 276 now. So, Wayne, you going to do any more work with Continental, do you know?
Gee, John, I really don't know. I'm totally lost today. It's the first time in years I've been to a football game without a camera.
Oh, no.
I'm so used to seeing it through an eyepiece.
Wayne Clinton, for years, Pete, did all of our basketball.
Camera on a stick.
Camera on a stick, did our basketball, football games. Gonna miss you, Wayno. Trunley will punt now. Ball being snapped from the 10. And this is an end-over-end meatloaf that is downed at the 33 by Steve Gilardi. Gain of 23-yard punt.
23-yard kick. It was a quick kick down there, John, being at third down on the last play. Be it as it may, the Mustangs will take over in Dedham territory at about Dedham's 33-yard line. So, good field position for the Mustangs.
Got some of the Guston kids here. Jeff Guston, how you doing, Jeff?
Hi.
And Steve.
Hi.
Okay, great. Thanks for elaborating, guys.
Sure. There.
First and 10 now. That's okay. That's not in the script, Steve. First and 10 on the 33 for Norwood. In motion is Aaron Watkins. The handoff goes to Richard Walsh.
Richard Walsh, the ball
He
carrier.
gets about 3 in the play.
Stopped by Weaver and Petrozelli.
Walsh on the carry.
Assistant Coonihan on that last tackle.
Coonihan and a whole bunch of Dedham Marauders in on the stop. Stop to only 3-yard pickup. Be second down. Clock still running.
Ball being snapped from the 30. Grant taking his time at the line of scrimmage. And now here's the end around. Watkins gets outside across the 25, the 20, the 15, finally brought down at the 10. Aaron Watkins picks up 20 on the play. Papetti on the stop.
Papetti with a good open field tackle. He had a blocker right in front of him, John. Got rid of him, and luckily for the Marauders, made the tackle on the quick-footed Grant. Otherwise, that would have been it. Would have been a touchdown. We're going to take a break here on ABT.
Remember how I mentioned about censorship? If you saw an edit in the tape that we've been censored? Well, that was our own censorship. We had to change batteries. And while we changed batteries, what happened? A plane crash. No, they went in from 10 yards out. An end around from Aaron Watkins to Michael Hark. And Norwood pulls to within 21 at 34-13. 10-yard pass.
10-yard pass and catch in there. You got to watch the trick plays. That's probably what the Mustangs are going over in the locker room at halftime, and they got the Marauders for 6 points down deep with the extra point on its way. The end around from Watkins to Hark. Nutting with the kick. It's up, and it is no good. So a failed extra point, but they do get some more points on the board with the touchdown, with the pass and catch from Watkins to Hark. 34-13, the Marauders lead with 5 minutes exactly left to go here in the third quarter.
Well, we have 5 minutes left in the third quarter. If this stadium had lights, they'd be going on shortly. We've been here for a while. But we apologize for that technical problem on our end, mind you, as Watkins got the end around and threw the touchdown pass to Michael Hark. This Watkins, Pete, he can catch the ball, run with it, and he's shown that he can throw it as well.
He's done a great job for the Mustangs all year long, and he's really shined here this morning in the classic Thanksgiving Day battle. Done a good job, and we hear the Borka chant, Borka, for Justin Bork, who's...
I thought they were saying porker because some enormously obese person went by.
Cold, that's cold.
That's code, isn't it? Oh, edited, censored. We can't let that go over the air. Kicking off is Nutting. Fielded by Trunley at the 18, across the 25, and goes right down the center of the field, out to the 48. Ah, a 30-yard kick return by Bruce Trunley.
Trunley got that one on the dead run and then got right into the middle of the field. It was a couple. John, excuse me. I have tickets.
The 50-50 raffle
Here we go.
is 2, 4.
I got that. I got that. I got that.
8.
Nope, I lost.
7, 4. Once again, for 400.
So Pete did not win the 50-50 raffle.
4, 5, 8.
Justin Bork on his quest to 300 yards. Add on 6 more.
Oh, Bork getting 6 yards, a clip, 282 yards thus far with 4:37 left to go here in the third quarter. Perhaps they'll be sitting him down, John, and putting in the second stringers, but you never know. I mean, it's 34-13. They might want this kid to get as many as he can.
In the hundreds of football games that we've called, we've never seen anybody with this much rushing yardage. Bork picks up about 3 more, very close to the first down.
Once again, the winning number in the
Bork
50-50
once
raffle
again
is 2,
with the
4,
carry.
5, 8, 7, 4.
Justin Bork has more yards than Levittown. Some of our older rushing. Have a day, Justin Bork. Why don't you grab that trophy while you're down there, pal? Dedham up 40-13.
Justin Bork with another big run, 44 yards this time. This kid is unstoppable all the way down the right sideline for his 6th touchdown of the morning to give the Marauders a score of 40 points with the extra point on its way. Unbelievable, John. This kid cannot be stopped. And here's Papetti through Petruzziela's hold. It's down, it's up, and it is good. It's good. So the Marauders take a 41-13 lead after Justin Bork's 44 yards run. Well, this kid is up over 300 yards on Thanksgiving Day. That's got to be a record.
329 yards.
329 yards for Justin Bork. Unofficially, of course, but John's stats are very close, if not right on.
29 carries.
29 carries for 329 yards for Justin Bork. 6 touchdowns, count them, 6. All the points for the Marauders coming via Justin Bork. Well, hey, final call. No one's claiming it, John. Can I use your pen here?
So Papetti will kick off. Somebody won it. The 50-50 raffle. Justin Bork, 29 carries, 329 yards. That's near a world record, Pete. The kickoff will be fielded at the 21 by Chamberlain, and Chamberlain is met by Adam Baker.
Adam Baker once again with the carry. We've got the winner here for the 50-50, but nevertheless, we've got a flag on the play. Baker with a nice tackle down there on special teams. Well, Justin Bork, John, we can't talk enough about him. I mean, there are still over 3 minutes, 3:34 left to go here in the third quarter, and Bork is already at a 329-yard pace here. He's just unstoppable, and the penalty is on the Mustangs. It's a 15-yarder, could be a personal foul. So they'll start out
15-yard penalty against Norwood.
from their own 15-yard line, first down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, so it was a personal foul. Perhaps it was something said or somebody got hit. Here's Grant giving off to Walken, who gets nothing. The surging Dedham defense right on top of him, covering him like a blanket. He perhaps lost a yard on the play. Yep, the yardstick's going in minus direction, so they got him in the backfield, -1. Well, Watkins, nowhere to go on that last play. Dedham defense holding fast. Well, 41-13. These Marauders are looking to run it up.
Frank Geishker, selectman, has stopped in the booth. Happy Thanksgiving, Frank.
Thank you, John. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Yeah, good game so far, huh?
It's a great show.
Unbelievable. This is Aaron Watkins now on first down. Check that. Is that second down?
Yes, second down. Second down. Petrozelli on the stop down here for a gain of perhaps 1. It's going to make it third and long, third and an eternity down here. And the Marauders defense holding tight. 2:30 left to go in the third quarter. Perhaps the Marauders are going to give the kid Bork a chance to eclipse 400. That would be an event. It's incomplete. Oh, batted around and almost intercepted. Almost made for the reception, but it falls to the ground incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
A.J. Grant is 10 for 22 passing this afternoon. Justin Bork, I would imagine, Pete, with his 6 touchdowns, and he came in with 94 points, tack on 36. He's got 130, and that will lead every football player in Massachusetts in scoring. And this is a single-day record, single-game record. I would shudder to think who scored more points than he has in a single game. Grant's punt is a beauty. It takes a Norwood bounce all the way down to the 20.
Unbelievable punt on there. They were talking records. A 73-yard punt. That could be up there with the records. And the Marauders are going to take over first down in their own territory after an incredible punt by the punter for Norwood, Grant. All right, so the Marauders first and 10. Another chance for Bork to get some more chunks of real estate down here and set some records. He's back there. He's the lone setback in the backfield. Well, no, check that. There's Mamoni in motion. The give is to Bork. Bork running. I believe there are there's a flag on the play. It could be illegal procedure, but we'll have to see what the referee indicates. Bork, though, John, he's getting the call. They want him to get as many yards as they can, as he can muster. Here's the call. You see it as well as us. It is motion against the offense. Illegal procedure, so it'll back them up 5 yards. So they're going the wrong way with the ball. The Marauders have 6 penalties. They've been penalized for 35 yards here this morning. Here they come out back to the ball. Jay Mamone in motion. Bork the call once again. Good surge by the Norwood defense. Gets right into the backfield, and three or four Mustangs down there to trip up Bork and give him only about a 1 or 2 yard gain on the play. It's going to make it second down and a whole bunch. Second down and about 15 or so. Well, Justin Bork getting the call both times here. They want him to get as many yards as possible here with 1:23 left to go in the third quarter. Second down at about 13 here for the Marauders. And somebody jumped off sides. Might have been one of the Marauders down here, John. Little bit too anxious to get out there at his defender. And here's the ref. It's illegal procedure. Well, he didn't point, but we'll take it as against Dedham. So that's another penalty for the Marauders. That's about six or seven penalties for the Marauders here.
Game is 2 hours old, and we still have a quarter to play, Pete. That's attributed to all the penalty flags and Grant's incomplete passes that have stopped the clock. Petruzziello gives to Justin Bork. Nope, Eric Dempsey. Check that. That's only the second time that somebody other than Bork has carried the ball for Dedham today. He picks up about 2 yards.
Dempsey over here. Herbie Keogh mentioned he comes from a long line of Dedham High School football players. Sure does. Yeah, right there, John. Okay, now what have we got? We've got Third down and a whole bunch. Third and about 13. Bork with the pitch. He's running on the outside, going to the sidelines. He gets out of bounds right at about the 30-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down. Well, it might not be because this field is kind of 12-yard pickup for Justin Bork. This field has whole bunches of markings on it. He made it to the second 20-yard line, I am informed. So here we go. 12-yard pickup though, nevertheless for Bork. It's a fourth down situation. Trunley back there to do the punting. Back deep for the Mustangs is I believe the Watkins. Yes, Watkins. There he is now, and hit once again by Adam Baker down there on the special teams. 29-yard punt by Trunley, a 6-yard return by Watkins to give the Mustangs 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Dedham's 43-yard line. 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. So with Dedham a commanding lead here. Now it's up to the defense. It's still the first string in there, John. They got the mud on the pants. Here we go. Out to the ball comes A.J. Grant. Split backfield now with Walken and whoever there. Now straight drop back by Grant. A lot of time. Throws short. He heard footsteps coming, and there's the end of the third quarter.
So we've come to the conclusion of 3 quarters of play from Stone Park at Dedham High with the score. The Dedham Riders 41, the Norwood Mustangs 13. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter right after this.
13, 33, 32, 34, 29, 37, 46, 48, 68, 70, 72, 76, 86.
We can come back when we want here. John doing the stats.
53, 73, 74, 72, 77, 87, 91, 97, 120, 135, 139, 149 passing, 239 total. Dedham rushing, 344, 346, 349 rushing. Passing for Dedham, they have 32, 23, 55. Total, 404 total offense. First down, 11-9 Norwood. Penalties, Dedham, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 for 40. Norwood, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 25, 30, 35. Okay, come back. We're all set.
We're back with 4th quarter action. John Horrigan along with Peter McGowan for a pirate network. Dedham smashing Norwood here on Thanksgiving Day game. All sorts of records broken here today. And CDs and cassettes. Now a short pass for McGee is thrown behind him. Dempsey almost picked it off. Stats through 3 quarters of play. Justin Bork has 31 carries for 344 yards and 6 touchdowns. Norwood has 90 yards rushing, 149 yards passing for 239 yards total offense. Bork has more rushing yards than they do total offense. Dedham, 349 yards rushing, 55 passing for $4. 404 total offense. First downs, Norwood 11, Dedham 9. Penalties, Norwood 4 for 35, Dedham 7 for 40. Time of possession, Norwood 16:08, Dedham 19:52. Grant. Pass is intercepted. Armando Petruzziello comes up with the 2nd interception and 3rd turnover of the ball game.
But Petruzziello there was fully extended and caught it right at the end of his reach there. Made the nice catch, John. Grabbed onto the ball and held on to it to give it back to the offense. And Justin Bork looking to eclipse 4 Bills.
Once again, we are looking for the winning number, 245.
There was 11, there's plenty of time here in the final frame of the ball game. Needs 56 yards to eclipse 400. They're still looking for the winner, John. Can I borrow your pen?
I need more paper here. Bork is in the backfield. Jay Mamoni in motion. Justin following Jay's block. Splits the D, gets out to the 41. Another Finn.
Another good pickup on the play. 5-yard pickup for Justin Bork. Watkins in on the tackle, and Marauders Just letting the clock tick away.
Pete, the officials for today's game, the referee is Bill Linus, the umpire Lou Pearlstein, the line judge Jim Shaw, the back judge Jerry Faust, the field judge Jerry Quigley, and on the clock Edgar Pigeon. And Harry Boyce, who's playing the role of tormentor today. What's up, Harry?
Oh, we were at the Needham-Wellesley game.
How'd that go? Up the middle, Trunley across midfield, down to the Norwood 48.
Got called off because of 2 bombs on the 50-yard line.
Is that right? Wow.
Postponed till tomorrow. Nobody was hurt.
Huh.
State police detonated the bombs.
The state police, there were actually bombs that they had to
2
remove?
explosive devices, they said.
Now, who is this, Wellesley?
Wellesley and Needham, at Wellesley.
Oh, I thought those were 2 model communities. Well, I guess so. I don't know.
We're playing tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
Okay, here, this is Dempsey across the 30, down to the 15, where he's wrestled down by Michael Hark.
Dempsey with the carry down here, John. Another big pickup on the play. These Marauders are just running rampant on these Mustangs. Another first down pickup for the Marauders. Dempsey this time with a big size pickup on the play. A 34-yard run for Eric Dempsey. Almost had the touchdown. Finally got wrestled down by the lone defender back there for Norwood. Had he beaten him, you know what it would have been. Nevertheless, the ball sitting on the 19-yard line with a timeout in the field.
So, Harry, we've been told that the new programming department at Dedham should be modeled after Needham and Wellesley because that is a perfect station. So what, do we start making bombs, Pete? You get any nitrous? Unbelievable. Planting bombs at a football game. That's anal retentive.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. Did you hear that? The Needham-Wellesley game, they removed bombs.
Yes, I just heard that report. The police detonated the bombs. They were under the stands, and they were actual bombs, and the police had to detonate them.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Yeah, the Wellesley, where the biggest weapon is a can of black spray paint, huh? That figures. Oh, we've been edited again, I think, Pete. There's a timeout on the field with 10:44 to play. This is Pete and I. This my farewell game here for Dedham. I want to thank everybody that's helped us throughout the years. 8 glorious years. We started here in the booth, Pete, and I'm finishing here, but it's been a pleasure working with you.
Well, John, it's been my pleasure working with you. This, hopefully, we can maybe work something to get ABT in somewhere elsewhere, but it's been a great 8 years.
Justin Bork has come out of the ball game. This is Dempsey across the 10, and he goes in for the touchdown. Eric Dempsey goes in from 14 yards out. Dedham leads 47-13.
Dempsey with a quick jolt from 14 yards out, following the blocking on the right side, runs it right in to put Dedham up 47-13. Extra point on its way. Dedham really having their way with these Mustangs this morning. Well, it's afternoon now, but gosh, they've really done a good job. This Dedham team going to finish the year with a 5-5 record. Here comes the extra point. It's up, and it is good.
That one's going all the way to East Dedham. That hit the roof of Flanagan's. 48-13 with 10:39 to play. All sorts of records smashed here today.
Well, 3 cheers for Dedham High. Hey! All right, so Dedham up 48-13. Unbelievable. So someone else scored besides Justin Bork, John. Dempsey running it in from 14 yards out.
32 carries,
wow.
349 yards.
349 yards for Bork on 6 carries. So you can figure out the average from there. John?
Half of those are Jay Mamoni's, too, and Justin knows that. He's been giving Mamoni. He's one of the great blocking backs. Doesn't get to carry the ball, but boy, he has opened up more holes than the channel from England to France.
Yes. All right. Jay Mamoni doing a great job for the Marauders as blocking back. All right, here's the kickoff. Goes to Chamberlain. Chamberlain at the 15, running it out. 25 over the 30. And Finally gets upended at the 36-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will take over. 1st and 10. Dempsey on the stop on the special teams. All right, so Dedham's defense here on the field once again. Trying to shut down this Norwood offense. 10:32 left to go in the ball game. Dedham up in a big way, 48-13. Dempsey with the last score. Okay, so if ABT is not going to be shown on the Dedham network, John, is it going to be a do for us?
Well, it's a do for me. Either way, enough already with the controversy, huh? I guess, well, this game was more exciting than the Needham-Wellesley game. That was a bomb, huh?
Oh,
You're funny, man.
well, an explosive game. Yeah, that's a good one too. All right, well, I think it's gonna be a case of they're gonna play the game today. 547. Oh no, that's not me. All right, well, here at Stone Park, the Marauders are leading the Mustangs 48-13. We've got a timeout on the field. And we have yet to get a half and half winner. What do they call it? They call it the raffle there. What's the name of the raffle?
Get away from me.
Oh, no, John's being cold. All right, there is no winner. I've got a couple tickets here. You'll know if I win. Believe me. Believe you me. Okay, Justin Bork. Just about 350 yards, but the defense is out there for the Marauders now. Norwood lines up. Straight backfield. Now in motion is Watkins. The pass to Watkins. Looks like he might be throwing it, and he has to run around. He's throwing it back to the quarterback, and it's caught. Oh, wait a second. It's caught by...
Get a stick and kill that thing. Thing sprouted legs. It's moving down there. Oh, my. That turned into a game of kill the kid with a Nerf football.
Well, Michael Riley made the catch. He's the captain. He plays tackle, and he went the right way with it, God love him. But Dedham is going to take over on the fumble recovery, so they have 1st and 10 in Norwood territory once again. Well, see, illegal penalty receiver.
Illegal receiver. He threw it at, who was it, the offensive lineman?
Riley. See what happens down there, John. It was a lateral to Watkins down there, and then when Watkins threw it, he also threw a lateral, and the ball it's turned over. Michael Riley, and the ball's turned over to the Marauders. Marauders offense, 1st and 10.
All right, Pete, and the cold person that I am now that they put in all the reserves. Well, turn the play-by-play over to Pete McGowan. This is Jason Thompson at quarterback. Well, Sean Quinn, rather, is in at quarterback.
Oh.
Fumble.
Fumble in the backfield.
A little bit of misconception back there.
Misconception.
And the fumble recovered down there by...
Covered by Dedham.
By Dedham. Cuccinata on the recovery. I hope I said that right, John. Well, it's a loss on the play. They'll come right back out, will the Marauders. Sean Quinn up under center. Lone setback is Sullivan. Now the give is to McDougal, Danny McDougal, who makes a nice gain on the play.
38.
He picks up just about 7 yards on the run. Good blocking on the line there. So, with 9:25 left to go in the 4th quarter, the second string in there for the Marauders. They'll be getting letters this year.
Another former back from Dedham High, Matt Stapleton is stopped, and we talked with his younger brother Frank. How's it going?
Good, and yourself?
All right, good game, huh?
Yeah, great.
This is Gilardi on an end around, and he is pulled down from behind by King.
Justin Bork reminds me of when Peter McGowan played.
349 yards rushing.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, 6 touchdowns. He's now leading all scorers in Eastern Mass.
No kidding. Good for him.
You hear about what happened in the Needham-Wellesley game?
No.
They had to remove bombs and detonate them.
Did they?
No joke.
Who's laughing?
4th and 13.
When I talk to you, Jack, I never know if you're serious or not.
That's Matt Stapleton. Matt, we have some nice departing gifts for you, some diet soda outside the booth. All right, see you.
So it's Stapleton, a part of the Dedham High winning Bay State Conference winning team. Remember Oscar Robinson? Does this kid remind you of him, Bork?
Yes, very much so, as a matter of fact. Even looks like him.
Yeah.
Same number.
Same number, exactly. Nice tan there, Matt. Take it easy. Happy Thanksgiving, Florida. I wish we were all down there. Thank you. Okay, so with 8:09 and running left to go here in the fourth quarter, there's something going on down there, John.
Change of possession.
Change of possession. The winner of the 50.
The Dedham Food Pantry.
The food pantry wins it. No one claimed it. Oh, wait a sec. What were the numbers? I have a pen here.
Too late.
Too late. All right, so here we go. First down for the Mustangs here at their own 43-yard line. Up under center for the Mustangs is Nutting. Jason Nutting, the sophomore. Good heave on the ball, but it is nearly intercepted by Gilardi down there. Almost picked off. Okay, so bring up second down here. Clock stops, 7:31. So I think this is going to be a long quarter, John, if they keep this up. Dedham up in a big way, 48-13. Okay, Nutting calling the signals here. And he gives the pitch. The pitch goes to Jose Gomes, and he is upended on the right side of his offensive line. Good surge by the Dedham defense that time. Gains one play. Gains one on the play. Actually, take care, Tom. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, so he got about one or two on the play. It'll be second down. Actually, he was stopped for no gain on the play. Gonna make it second down to 10 here. And straight drop back by Nutting. The throw over the middle, and it's out of the reach of the intended receiver, Sidholm. Nader Sidholm on the almost catch. Third down and 10 now for Norwood. The second string. It'll be fourth down and 10. Check that. Dedham's defense holding fast. The second stringers going back deep for the Marauders is, can't really tell that number down there, but they're going to be going for it. Nutting's dropping straight drop back, and it's caught. The reception is made. It's going to be close to the first down. Catch was made by Chisholm down here, and it's close to the first down. I think they're going to have to make, oh, it is a first down. So the first time they made it on fourth down. Their 12th first down of the ball game for the Mustangs. Oh, it's first and 10 in Dedham territory at about the Dedham 48-yard line. First and 10 here. Nutting calling the signals in the I formation. To give to the second back, Gomes, who gains about 4 or 5 yards on the play. There's a mess of people down there. We'll have to tell, and that is about a 5-yard pickup on the play for Gomes. Clock running with 5:50 left to go. This Dedham team really had their way with the Mustangs. And
second down and 6.
It's pretty good. There was only a 4-yard pickup. It's second down and 6. Nutting in there once again. I formation, the fake play action, and it's complete out here to McGee. McGee with a nice size pickup on the play out to the 27-yard line. First down for the Mustangs. 17-yard gain on the play. So the second string for the Mustangs really moving the ball. Quinn over there on the tackle.
McGee catches 44 yards.
McGee has 44 yards today on 5 receptions for the Mustangs. 13 first downs for Norwood. in the ball game. Nutting up under center. In motion is the tailback. Gomes. Now the carry. Nice run in there by, I believe that was Richard Walsh down here. Nice gain on the play. Another first down over here, John. So this second string is really moving the ball for Norwood with 4:44 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Still 48-13, and Norwood is marching. Ball resting on the 14-yard line of Dedham. So the second string has been able to move the ball for Norwood. Let's see what they can do. All right, Nutting up under center. It's an I formation. The give. No, the fake give. Oh, and it's a pitch out to the wingback, Hark over here, and he gets wrestled down. I believe he lost yardage on the play, John. There was a little bit of confusion on the play. It's a 7-yard loss. Gilardi coming up and making the hit in the backfield. So, it's minus yardage for Norwood. And they're going to have a whole bunch more. It's going to make it a second down situation. Second down and about 17 here.
Second and 17.
Ball sitting on the 21-yard line of Dedham. And here comes the offense. They line up with the I formation in, all right, this roster. Gomes, Jose Gomes, and two men in motion. No, they can't do that. Penalties markers all over the field. It's going to be an illegal motion on the Norwood offense. Procedure. Clock's going to run with 3:20 left to go here in the ball game, John. You can't put two people in motion. That's a rule, and Norwood broke it, and they got penalized. So they'll come out second down, and 17-25 is 22 yards to go to make the first. Nutting up under center, now in motion is Chisholm, and splits the backs and sits back there in his pocket. Pass is complete. Hark makes a nice reception to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but he's brought down in there by a couple of defenders. McMullis down there gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a third down situation here for the Mustangs. Third down and just about 11 yards to go. And I'm getting corrected by children. Here we go. Nutting up under center. And in motion is Chisholm. Oh, he wasn't even looking. Nutting looked like it was just a quick look-in pass. He didn't even take a drop, John. He just stood up and looked for the receiver down there, cutting across. The receiver that was supposed to make the catch was Hark, but he didn't even look, John. I think he was running a post pattern where it was supposed to be a look-in pass. Kevin Conley, happy Thanksgiving. But he wasn't looking, and it's incomplete. Makes it a third down now. Third down, John.
There's Joe Brogan, the band director at Dedham High and co-host of Tubular Rosser, a show that used to appear.
John, down there in the end zone, it would have been
Mike Curran on the coverage.
Curran on the coverage, but I believe that was Chisholm down there, John. He had it, and he could have just made the catch and walked into the end zone, but he dropped it. No one does feel worse than he does. He's going to make it 1st and 10 the other way. And here comes the third string, John. Haven't seen these numbers all season. Okay, so with 2:12 left to go here in the ball game, the Marauders, looks like the Marauders are going to tie up the series at 34 wins apiece. It'll be 34-34-2.
Quinn is the quarterback. Scab Larry Nobile directing down. There's a pitch out to the right side. This is Steve DeShiro. And Steve gets out of bounds at the 11.
Steve DeShiro, he's a new name for the Dedham Marauders, and the DeShiros go way back in Dedham history. That's a gain of only about, actually it's a loss of 1 on the play. Norwood did surge into the backfield and make the stop.
Second and 12.
Second down at 12 yards to make the first. Clock running with 1:36 left to go here in the ball game. 1991 Thanksgiving special brought to you by ABT. Underneath center, and the give is to, can't tell the number down there. Same guy, DeShiro makes the carry, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Perhaps slate, John, clean slate. Marauders come up to the ball with 41 seconds to go. Quinn calling signals, and there's not much that we can do here, and the give is to Gilardi. Gilardi going to the outside. Looks like he might break it. 1 tackle to beat, and he goes. There he goes. Quinn over the midfield stripe down to the 30. Go, man, go! And he's in for the touchdown. Gilardi all the way. What a run. 86 yards for Gilardi, the second stringer, making good for the Marauders. 18 seconds left to go. Puts the Marauders up 44-13. Gilardi
Puts the Marauders up by a score of 54-13.
Whoa, they didn't change that second one, but we got it. Gilardi all the way, 86 yards. He had 1 tackle to beat, and he put it on the back burners and chucked it down there, John. Great job by Gilardi. He maybe earned himself a spot on the roster starting lineup next year just for that run. He's a junior, and he'll be back. Speaking of which, we didn't go over the seniors that will be graduating this football season, never to play for the Marauders again. They're going for 2, and Quinn, let's see, there's no indication, and
John Quinn with the keeper.
no good. It's no good, so the Marauders lead 54-13, 18 seconds to go.
They covered, didn't they? 86-yard run by Steve Gilardi. Dedham. Of course, these stats are unofficial, although mine are unofficial. Bork had 349 yards rushing on 32 carries, 6 touchdowns. Then his accomplices, among them Eric Dempsey and Steve Gilardi, added 136 more yards. So 485 yards rushing for Dedham today.
Well, the ground game really did the job for the Marauders here this morning and this afternoon. They even have a second string kickoff team in there. A bunch of juniors. We'll go over the seniors that are going to be leaving us this year. And if I had my roster, that's John's roster. Let me look at mine. I haven't checked off. Okay, leaving Adam Baker, Eric Dempsey, Doug Gasparo, Jason Mamone, Steve Petruzziella, Rob Greenwood. Okay, the kickoff
goes to Nutting. 15 seconds left in the ball game. Well, the numbers are coming in now. Dedham will finish the day with 485 yards rushing. Justin Bork owning 349 of them. 55 passing for 540 yards total offense.
You can't ask for much more from this Dedham defense. It's only a 2-7 Norwood team, but Dedham really shined today. They did
a third of a mile they rushed.
A third of a mile, John tells me they rushed for. So this team is really, we're really appreciative of this Dedham team this year. And the long pass going out of bounds and incomplete. Incomplete with 9 seconds left to go. There's a penalty marker in the middle of the field. Have to see what that call is.
97 rushing.
Refs might be giving one to Norwood here. You never know. There was only 9 seconds left to play in the ball game. John, that's incredible though. This Dedham team finishing out at a 500 record and now getting the series to a 500 clip as well. Too many men on the field penalty called against the Marauders. That's 15-yarder. So that'll give Norwood better field position here at Dedham's 34-yard line. First down and 10. 9 seconds to play. They're going to be playing center field back here. Are the Dedham secondary. The give actually is to the tailback back there for Norwood. That was Gomes carrying the ball, and that's going to do it. Actually, we've got 1 second left. That's it.
Someone's just been electrocuted. That's the final score. Dedham pounds Norwood 54-13. Come on. What a game for ABT to go out on. We're going to return with our recap right after this. Thanks for watching, Dedham.